and Mr. Organic. It was crazy. But without further ado, I know who you are, bro. Tell them who you are.
My name is Sumi. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an investor. I'm an online coach and a podcaster. We kind of do very similar topics.
Yeah.
Talk about the same thing.
It's my brother, but he's Indian, right?
Indian.
There
yes.
you go.
Identify as Indian.
And you?
Awesome. I'm Odyssey. I'm an astrology-led transformation coach and the host of Reset with Her, a place for high-achieving women ready to stop self-abandoning themselves.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And of course, Dom.
Breaker narratives, independent journalist.
So guys, we're gonna discuss today a topic about dating that is close to my heart. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you guys realize it, but like in the culture nowadays for dating, it's more of a take than give. And a lot of people end up taking from others and they just constantly do that every single time. Now for me, it's more like guys want obviously sex, but girls want to have provision and of course money. And today's topic is going to involve Draya Michelle and this whole debacle with her younger boyfriend. But my thing is like, when it comes to taking from men and women, who's in the wrong? Because I feel like men don't take that much. Because sex is a mutual exchange between two parties, whereas you're giving multiple values from both ends. But money is kind of like just one exchange. But what do you think?
I mean, you could look at it in a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
See, like, you can always make money back. That's the one thing I'll say. Like, you could always make money back. So, is money bad to ask for? I think logically, it's not bad for a girl to want money. But, like, if a girl just keeps giving sex, she's going to be looked at as bad. So, I honestly think.
But why is that bad, though? Because I feel like she's busting a nut, I'm busting a nut.
Yeah.
So, like, we're both like.
Yeah, but your reputation goes down. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Like, if you were dating a girl and she had 100 guys and maybe a couple were your friends, you'd probably be like, don't want to marry you. You might do something with it, but
True.
not date, not entertain, not cater to it as much.
I don't think it's really fair. Oh,
No, I was gonna say I think mainstream that's what's happening, but you could also have what you want. So, and there's a lot of people that want more than sex. There's men that want a safe place to feel emotionally secure or a safe place for them to explore who they are. So it really depends, like, where you are, what you want. I don't think it's all just that.
But when a man opens up to a woman, I feel like he's vulnerable, and like the men that would do that, they don't even want those guys. They say they do, but like they want the guys that are 6 foot, tall, successful, killing it in life.
But I think that's speaking on a very specific type of woman, and that's like a very broad statement.
It's general,
Yeah,
but
it's
for the most part.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dom?
it's definitely general, yeah, but it's not even equal because you got to think, like you said, it's mutually beneficial for when you both parties are having sex. But even more than that is that men have to fill multiple roles. A woman, even if it's just being a nurturer, it's the same role over and over, and it can get old. Men can get tired of it, which is why they seek different partners, because it gets old. Even if they're good at pleasing them, it can get old with the same partner. But the things that become a problem in a woman's life, they can have multitude of new problems, and that man is supposed to be able to conquer them and know how to solve them. And the only thing they have to focus on the solving is what? Being able to get their rocks off. Like at the end of the day, they become a master of that. A man has to become a master of new problems every new month, every month, every week, every day for a woman. So they deserve more.
And if it doesn't work out, it's his fault as well.
Yeah.
But it's funny, we do a show with the girls, right? And we ask the question, what do you bring to the table? Very cliche question, very, vague in general, but they can't answer it. The best answer to give is like, I can cater to the man for what he wants, but anybody can do that. So for you on the panel, the question is, how would a woman really give value to a man, you think, nowadays?
That's such a great question.
From your experience, because I feel like you would understand better than most would.
I think anybody could give you sex, but could you give a man a safe place to feel and to express their emotions, especially because there's a lot of men who are not even in touch with their emotions. So like that emotional connection, and also like facilitating the space for them to like fulfill their mission, and like bringing them that peace and like just a space to be themselves and really uncover who they are beyond sex.
But do you think most women can actually like give a guy that though? Keeping it real?
I mean, if they wanted to, and if the guy wanted that, women want to please. They want to submit to a man. So if a man is honest about what they want, they can have that. But the problem is a lot of men don't know what they want. So they're not leading with what they want. They're leading with their pants. So it's like, well, how can we blame the women?
Here's the thing, right? It is very. I don't always recommend a guy to be very vulnerable with a girl. Like that's the thing. Like it's very dangerous. And you're 100% right. Like if I go to you, hypothetically, if I'm dating, I'm like, I'm really like, I'm not making money and I'm stressed out right now and blah 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 blah. You're not going to be like, oh my god, that just makes me so horny. I'm turned on. I need to have it right now. It doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Like. Women want men that have the answers, that can solve the problems. And if someone is a leader and better than you, they should be less emotional than you, more grounded than you, more structured than you. I honestly think that if you're a guy and you have problems, talk to your boys, talk to your squad. Like, yo, I'm struggling with this. I need to make money here. This is what's happening to me. I'm not in shape. I don't feel confident. What should I do? Okay, let's hit the gym. Let's start a new business, whatever it may be. I don't advise guys to be overly emotional with their girl because it becomes leverage. And I know it's general to say it. I know there's some girls that are good and ride and dies, but the majority of girls, I would say, at some point when things start falling apart, they'll use it against you.
But why would you want to be with a woman that, like, you have to give a woman the opportunity to show you who she is. So if you share that level of vulnerability and she acts a certain way, that's like a quick pass to figure out who she is.
Well,
Okay, but when though? Because I get what you're saying. We should be able to do that technically because we should. This is my girl. But when? Because if you do it too soon, it may fuck it up. Or maybe like, well, I've been in this for like 5 years and it's like, I guess I'll deal with this. But deep down it's like, is he weak because he's coming to me for help?
That's the thing. Like if you do, okay, so if you're like married for 10 years, yeah, you could tell you, hey, honey, like this year is rough, this month is rough, you know, the boss fired me, whatever it may be. Like that's more normal. There's like a lot of relationship built there. But even if you're dating for like a few months, you start having problems, girls go back to their friends like, oh my God, I don't know, like he started to have problems, this, that, and third. Because like you said, women look for safety, security, provision for you to solve their problems. And I'm not saying all women are bad to talk to. Like obviously, at the end of the day, I think it's very fulfilling to talk to a woman and open up to her and vent to her. I think like deep down guys dream of that. But there's a reason that it doesn't, it stays in the dream because it's very dangerous to do.
But isn't that a form of manipulation if you're choosing what to share with your person based on what you think will happen?
Yeah, but like you don't tell 8-year-olds like, hey, daddy like killed a deer today. Like, you know, it's like daddy was jerking off.
You can't compare that though. This is your partner, the person you're sharing your life with.
Yeah, but there's different roles in partnerships. I have partnerships in business that I share certain things with them. I'm not like trying to hide or omit information that's not relevant, but like if I can handle it on my own, or I have, let's say I have let's say we're in a business together and you're on the marketing side and you're on the product service side. I'm not going to go to you and start bringing these problems like, hey, like we're not profiting enough. We need to market more. I might come to you and be like, yo, this is the problem that we have right here. So there's certain things I might not, I might not tell him.
That makes sense.
So my main problem with it all is I don't really think a man should actually ever open up to a woman because perception is reality. And the reason I say ever, and I've started to accept this more, and someone I want to reference is Jake Shields, someone that was just recently on the show. He said something once about Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And he said it's crazy how all of these women, almost, he said every single time, not once has it failed him, that he's seen a woman go to a Brazilian jiu-jitsu coach and didn't cheat on her husband. And he said it isn't because they're promiscuous. He said because they start to see that he can teach their things that the husband can't say. They start to think in their mind. They start fantasizing. They say he could beat my husband ass. And even if they don't want to, it's almost like the demons talking to them. They're like, no, but they give in every time. And worse than that, boxers, when they lose, it's been proven that their wives say they lose attraction to them, no matter if they've been with them their whole life.
Yeah.
When they lose that one fight, you tell me a man can beat 50 men ass and he fall once. And that's all it takes for them to look view us differently.
You are only as good as your last task.
Yeah, there's no need for us to open up because, bro, all we got to do is fall once to be viewed differently.
Wasn't it Tom Brady that got cheated on? By
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah, wasn't it the same thing?
Brazilian. That's why. That's why I referenced Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Look at Diddy and Cassie, man. It's like, yo. So I get what you're saying, but all the examples lead to it never working out. Now, granted, though, there's obviously there's exceptions, but just generally speaking, it's hard to open up to a girl.
I would say this, not to cut you off.
No, that's right.
Because I want to side with you for a second here, okay? I don't, like you say never, it's a safe practice.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things like you should always lock your door.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes you don't have to, you live in a nice area. But I think that certain things like finances, especially if you're like the breadwinner, you should not bring to your wife. Certain things like that are very like you're not feeling powerful, especially if you're like a leader. If you're in a very traditional relationship, it's probably not the best to like share things with your wife, you know, like that you're responsible for.
I see. I'd rather someone show me their true colors. So if somebody cheats, I think it's beyond the jujitsu, beyond any of that. It's like, this is who you are. This is how you feel. And like, thank you for showing me who you are.
Well, but hold on.
Because we can't control like people's actions.
Okay, but when I tell you the truth, what are you going to do with it? Leave, right?
I mean, what truth are we talking about
See,
here?
that's the correct thing. It's not even about cheating. It's just like leaving. Like, hey, this isn't working out.
For a guy, imagine this, right? He worked his entire career working on himself, being that guy. He meets you like, damn, this girl's beautiful. I want to wife her up. But then to tell you things that might turn you off is kind of like, I don't want to lose her now. Somebody's tell her what she wants to hear. Even though he wants to say it, it's kind of like, should I fuck it up?
Manipulation. That's like,
well, hold on.
It's not leading with honesty.
Do you tell? You might because you're a little bit different. But like, I would argue most girls don't tell the guys their past at all. They'd be like, oh well, you know, I met this guy. He's a friend of mine, but used to fuck him. Or like, for example, I went to this party like every other day. No, it's like you went every single night. So it's kind of like you don't tell people usually. Well, most women don't. What the truth is up front either. So both parties do it.
Guys don't do it either. Like the first time you meet a girl, hey, I'd really like to sleep with you tonight and just not go to this dinner because I don't want to pay $300 and I'd rather just take you home. Like it's like that doesn't happen. You know, is that manipulation? Insane. But like a lot of guys, when they go into a date, the first thing they're thinking of is lust. They're thinking of sexual access. I'm not saying every guy. Maybe some guys genuinely are out there like, I want connection. The majority of young guys out there, the first thing they lead with is lust, and then they begin to tolerate a girl. That's a bad word, but it's the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
And then they stay in the relationship because they're like, this is actually really good. I like her. She makes my life easy. And then that's where the relationship really forms. But initially, they don't see a girl across the bar and like, dude, do you check her resume, dude? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
She's wonderful, man.
It's true, bro. It's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it all boils down to your values. So if you don't value transparency and honesty, you're not going to lead with that.
Yeah, I think there are certain things that are just polite to not say on the first interaction, right? So even though that might be the case, or she might even feel that way. Like girls might be like, I don't even want to go. I think you're cute. I just want to do the deed. Or on the flip side, they might say, I want you to spend money on me. I want you to invest into me.
Yeah.
It's not polite for them to say, buy me a bag.
Right. I feel like a lot of women are okay with more than we give them a chance to be okay with. Like, there are women that they want that level of honesty, and they're probably down to do. They probably want the same thing from you.
But from who, though?
Excuse me?
From who?
Whoever you.
This is the question, though. A lot of those women, they're wanting something they never received. What happens when they get something and they find out it's not what they actually wanted? Because that's what happens. So any of those women that's saying that, they're women that never experienced it. The ones that experienced it never say that. They never do. They're the
Keep it
cheaters.
real.
They're the cheaters.
Because, okay, imagine this, right? He's on point. You're going to tell a girl something that she never experienced. She's like, you know, I can handle it. It's cool. I like honesty. But I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times, you tell her honesty, she's like,
over with, man.
oh, yeah, brother, this is like not what I want to hear.
over.
Then
And
why
in that
hook up with her?
moment, the emotion, because women are emotional. You never really know sometimes how they really feel until it happens in that moment.
True, but it seems like a lot of men, they're saying whatever they seem fits in the moment to have what they want.
Agreed?
Agreed?
I agree.
And that is true. But can you blame them? Because they didn't lose a girl.
They lose her. There's going to be another woman out there.
Okay, hold on. That's the issue. Most men nowadays, getting a girl is almost, it's really hard because imagine this. They have options that are really up here. And if you're an average guy, you just got one. To find another one's going to be hard, for sure. So it's not the same as like you finding a guy like, oh, I could get another one. Guys is like, oh shit, she left. No, what do I do?
Okay.
So all I'm saying is that like for most guys, they would love to open up to girls and say, yeah, this is my pain, this is my burdens. You know, hope you understand. But doing that could lead you to the end of the relationship.
There is a side to this though where you meet girls that really, really value honesty, and it really comes from trauma. Like I've met girls that value honesty because they know guys lie, guys cheat. So sometimes being brutally honest with the certain type of girl, they'll value it more. Like, hey, I'm gonna sleep with other women. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do things that may seem socially incorrect. They actually value it because they're like all
They've
guys.
been through it.
Yeah, like especially the girls that think that all guys cheat. They love very honest men. As long as a man has a lifestyle, can provide. Like it's transactional to a degree.
Yo, Chad, tell me real quick because I feel like a lot of guys nowadays have this issue where like they want to be more giving to girls. They want to say more, but bro, you don't want to lose your chick. Like you just fucking caught her. You know what I'm saying? You work your job. You're that guy, and then to lose her because of telling her the truth.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. To me, it's kind of like
risk, man.
It's a risk.
It's a risk you almost never win.
Like, do you want to take that risk?
No, it's never worth it. It's never really worth it. You lose almost every time. Like I said, you lose every single time. I have a hard time believing that even you would be attracted. Let's say if you found a guy, you date him 4 months in, and let's say this dude, let's say he's like 5'7", and never says nothing about height, and he just opens up to you on the 5th month. Be like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time a dude that's like 6 foot walk around, I'll be kind of intimidated, just a little bit, you know. And there's no way you would just. You don't give a fuck. You want him to be, no matter what the person is, you want him to be ready to kill anything. It don't matter about height. Because David killed Goliath. You want a man like that that's ready for anything.
Yeah,
you don't want anyone intimidated. They don't want intimidation because it's natural. Hormones, testosterone, it's natural. It's natural. So we can't fight what we are.
I agree with you on certain. Like I think you should be generalistically very honest with a girl. Like I don't think you should lead the because you're only gonna end up fucking yourself. Like you.
Trust me, I've been there, nigga.
Yeah,
I've been there, nigga.
I tell girls straight up how tall I am. I don't like. There's certain things that you just don't tell a girl about, like certain intentions or what you're going for, or maybe that you were seeing a girl the other day. Like there's certain polite things that you don't say. But generally speaking, like I agree with you should want to be pretty honest. Like, hey, what time did you get home? Like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 5:30. Like
Yeah.
Like no.
It's pointless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to like, well, I mean, that's walking on eggshells. That's building up a false reality.
What do you think?
honestly believe that we shouldn't share what we're not asked. So
That's
Wait a
dangerous.
minute.
That's dangerous.
That's
Hold on.
omitting- that's
That's
omitting-
omitting relevant information.
that's
omission.
not omitting. Like, why are we talking about it if it doesn't feel like the space to talk about it?
Let me tell you this. Men. Well, I gotta get bigger. I don't even know how to do this though.
Oh, what's that, guys? Bill's is doing the
Go ahead.
Lord's work. Trust me, guys. He's not that short.
He's not that short.
Well, no, kind of is, but not that short.
Kind of is, but
But assume he's that guy though. Yo, he be pulling some girls, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know what I do, but he does it good too as well.
I'm all right.
Just saying. Sorry.
Gotta be humble. Gotta be humble.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but what were we saying?
I was saying that I believe we shouldn't share what we're not asked, and that's because sometimes we overshare, and that causes issues.
But that's being honest. That is literally what being honest. So okay, men when they lie, they exaggerate, they boast, they stretch the truth. I have 10 Rolls Royces, I have 5 private jets.
Yeah.
Do you love me for who I am? Like, of course you do, right? But girls when they lie, they omit, they hide, they don't talk about it. They say, "Oh, he's just a friend. I've never been here before." Wow, this is like they hide by lying, and you know the guy, you know he would care, or your boyfriend would care, or whoever it may be would care if you said, "Yeah, I know this person that you're best friends with, and we've done X, Y, and Z." Like, there's a lot to it. You know what I mean?
You saying I've never been here before, it made me think. I've noticed with a lot of women I take, when I go to places with them, they act like they ain't never been. They know the drinks.
That's
or
crazy.
the bartenders, like they'll know the bartender stuff. And I never really understand that. Like, what's the point? Have you ever experienced that? Like, they'll act like they never been there. It's like, bro, you're a regular in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's quite obvious.
But it creates the idea of innocence. It creates like, I've never been here before. I've never
Like
been
you're
in
experiencing, like you're
experiencing
leading.
for the first time.
Yeah,
Like, if I were to take a girl to a movie, I'd want to take her to a movie that is like they haven't seen before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
If I take
yeah.
a girl to a restaurant, I want to take her to a restaurant that she hasn't been to before. So
so
when
they help.
so
But that's
when they-
even like them not leading with the truth, even with that, though.
yeah.
I feel like people tell on themselves if
They
you
do.
really listen to them. Like, I didn't ask you if you've been here before.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me that?
Yeah.
And it's going back to people just be talking. Like,
But you know what's funny? The person asking questions has the power. And when it comes to dating, they'll tell you everything that you need to know in the first hour or 20 or 2 hours. Because what happens is, if I answer questions, I'm listening intently to hear what you got to say. And for the most part, let's say I take a girl to like Komodo, right? And she said, "Oh yeah, this is a nice spot. Never been here before." But you know the bouncer,
Yeah.
you know the manager.
Yep.
See?
I'm like, all right, you just told me without telling me you've been here before. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like they'll tell you by what they do or their actions. But it's funny because let's say a girl, right, you're into, and she's been in multiple spots, different cars. Like, for example, you asked me a question, how many cars I have? I said a few. I could have been like, got a Rolls Royce, got the Lambo. No, it's because being mysterious leads to intrigue. And when you're intrigued by somebody, you want to know more. And if I don't tell you, you don't learn by discovery. And what happens with discovery? It trumps disclosure. So I think that like having that mysterious element to yourself as a man is powerful.
Damn, that's a quote. Discovery trumps disclosure.
Yeah,
That's
it's not my quote, but it's,
damn.
yeah.
that's
It's good,
hard.
it's good, it's good.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard
good.
that twice for the first time today.
Let's fucking
Oh, wow.
go.
I've never heard that. That's cool.
But it's like, you know, when a girl, like, so we got the same car, right? When a girl slams the door, I'm like, damn it. You know what I mean? Because you know you got to slam the doors in the G-Wagon.
Yo, the G-Wagon doors, guys, you gotta slam that bitch. You gotta
Yeah.
slam it. 'Cause if you don't slam it, bro, it's gonna be open.
Yeah, and it's like you got to slam it. So when a girl's like, I'm like, thank God. You got to hit it hard. Yeah, you know.
She don't know. She don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she slams it,
It's just those telltale signs.
the
you
Miami
got.
girls slam it, I'm like,
You know what time it is,
Yeah,
bro.
that's crazy,
You know what
bro.
time it is, bro.
Shit.
Or, dude, Rolls Royce,
Yeah.
when they know, like, for example,
they press the button.
Yeah.
they know how close. I'm like, hold on.
How cultured they are.
You can close my door? Oh, hell no. Hell no, bro. That's an L. So, but there's certain things you can see just dating good people and they can tell you. But what I will say is when it comes to actually taking from people, girls have the upper hand because they can take and I'll give anything pretty much and then just go on to the next guy. Like I know girls that legit, they'll not buy food for weeks. They
Yes.
just go on dates with guys. Oh, I get a free meal. Oh, I have to go to work. My tummy hurts. I need to go home. It's a finesse, but they get free food.
Yeah.
As a guy, but you're paying the bill.
And guys feel good too because those girls, I could show you DMs, will be like, want to grab dinner later? And you feel like, I'm the man.
Yeah, I'm the
you know what I
man.
mean? But you don't realize you're playing right into like,
Yeah.
want to go to dinner later? This girl messaged me today. Want to go to dinner later at some stupid nice restaurant?
Yep.
Carbone. Well, it was Carbone or like Mila. She was like, which one of the two? And she makes me feel like I have a choice. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a choice. But the reality is both of them already know the game.
Not
Bro.
one of them TGI Fridays, one of them
Dom,
Applebee's. It's
if
gonna be the best
a
of
girl
the best.
tells me where to go, bro. It's
She already got it
out of
set
there.
up.
Because for me, it's like I'm planning the date. I got to
Yeah.
pay. So if I'm taking you out, you're telling me where to go? Nah, sweetheart. I'm gonna go where I think you haven't been to, and I'll be like, have you been to XYZ? This spot? Cool, perfect. I know where to take you. Versus like, can we go over here? I don't know if you got like a boyfriend over there you want to make jealous or like, ex. I don't know what's happening there, but it's in your frame.
Right
Versus
here.
my frame. Oh, he not playing.
I'm not joking.
For sure. I'm gonna get dinner tonight,
Carbone.
bro.
Carbone.
Please.
I'm not joking.
Please, bro.
Ready for the full course.
Okay, question for you. If you meet a guy, right, would you tell him, take me this place? Or do you want him to say, you know what? I'm taking you here. Get ready at 8.
Yeah, I rather be led. Like I want to see how creative you are. If I have to tell you, if you ask me where do you want to go, that's a turn off.
Ooh, what's the L, bro? What's the L?
But that's because you're not in that like lifestyle. That's because you're not dinner to dinner, plate to plate, lunch to you know what I mean? Like some girls really live that life, and I'm not like here to
Like
hate
from
on them.
lunch to dinner?
Yeah,
You said?
like they literally they got one guy.
I know
for
they have
lunch.
like dinner, but I didn't know it's like damn. So yeah,
It's
you
a
put me
process.
on.
It's like I gotta hang out with you for an hour before, then we gotta go to lunch, then I gotta go home,
Yeah.
clean up XYZ or
That's
whatever it may
crazy
be,
as hell to live like
and then
that,
I got.
man.
But that's what they do, and I think for them it's psychologically easier to just to because it's already an arena that they're very experienced in. There's a lot of girls, especially in like large cities like LA, Miami, Chicago, New York, that do that. And they're not like just doing it for sex either. It's not like a straight sex thing. It's just a lifestyle they live. And some of these guys just want to bring a girl out on a date, a very attractive girl out on a date, and nothing might happen. And it just becomes a friendship. And it just becomes a relationship. And they have a Rolodex of guys they can just hit up. Trust me, there's girls like this out here.
Yeah.
And they're never really single.
They're never really single yet.
Oh, always have someone that thinks that it's theirs.
Yeah, and they sometimes they go on vacation with the guys. And this is like a very niche arena though. But like I don't think most girls are like this though.
Well, it wasn't not when until I moved here. They're very special here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
being in Miami is a different time. Like, okay, if you're a guy, you can make it in Miami, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
This is the hardest
Yeah.
city to date
Yeah, you
because
can.
competition is fierce. There's
Crazy.
celebrities, basketball players, football players. There's niggas like me.
Crypto
Yeah,
niggas.
yeah.
There's niggas in crypto. Like, how do you compete?
Yeah, it's impossible.
Like, how do you compete? Like, as the average guy, do your cooked.
There's so much stimulation.
Yeah, yeah. And the problem is, bro, it's social media. So let's say you live in Kendall, middle of nowhere, Hialeah. You're like, all right, cool. My girl's safe because them
Not at all.
niggas are over there in Brickell.
Not
Bro,
at all, nigga.
they're a damn away. You
Yeah.
pull up here.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. So, but okay, question. How would you solve the issue? Because I feel like you mentioned open up to your girl, right? I get that part. But when it comes to taking from somebody, how would you kind of like balance between the guy getting what he wants and the girl getting what she wants? How would you balance that? From your experience, because obviously,
I like to lead with knowing the qualifications to date me, and like that, using that as a filter. For me, sex. If you're leading with sex, I don't want it. Like I need to feel like intellectual stimulation. I need to feel like adventurous. I need to connect on levels beyond the surface. So that means that if I receive that from you, like I know like this is not for me. So just being really specific on what I want, I feel like really helps with aligning.
when you tell men that, what do they say?
What part?
Like, let's say, for example, you're not leading with sex. I want a connection or something like that. What do they say?
Have I experienced that? I don't even know.
Do they take it? Just like, okay, sure, whatever you want, girl? Or is it more like, hell no, nigga, I need that?
The thing is, like, for example, living in Miami, men don't like flirt with me or try to get with me. And I think it's a vibrational thing. Like,
Really?
yeah, I don't receive, like, not really.
I think
Wait a minute.
That's-
I don't think so.
No, I'm telling you.
We were at a spot, everyone's on you.
Why? Well, you don't know
Think
me
about
that
this.
well. What I was wearing was told a lot. I don't normally dress that way. I was wearing a skirt, and I believe I was wearing like some type of top that had a little bit of cleavage showing. That outfit and alcohol involved, yes.
I will say, though, she did curve a lot of niggas. Like, they were
Yeah.
telling her, she's like, no, I'm good. I did see that part. She even tried to curve me, but it's all good.
no, but like I think that what you said was fair. Like I want connection and stuff like that. I don't think girls lead with that. But I think even the girls that are smart and that want like a bag out of a guy, they're not gonna say, hi, these are my qualifications. I need a bag day one. that I need a car after 3 months. Like, it doesn't come like that.
I don't believe that we should directly like say it like, hey, if you can't do this for me, I don't want you. It's about reading. Like, you know what you want, now look for it in the book. And is it there or not? And then move on.
But let's be honest though, most guys can't read what girls
That's
are
not
saying.
what I-
They
that's
have
not-
no idea.
that's
It's
not our
like
strength.
it's like yeah, I like guys that have ambition. She's saying in a nutshell, you better have some money, nigga.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
If it's not now, in the near future. But they're like, oh yeah, I have ambition. I plan to do stuff, but then you don't do shit.
Yeah.
And you want to watch the leaves.
Right.
So you gotta be able to read, but most guys cannot read. Being honest.
No, I feel that's why I feel like the more honest you are with yourself, the more you can see it. Like me personally, like if I was in the dating scene, I will read like how quick are you to spend money on me. That's gonna show me how much of a trick you are. I don't want a trick.
So never spend money on you.
I'm not saying don't spend money on me, but like let me see how you spend. Like how loose are you?
Nigga ain't trying to get no hurt
immediately?
me.
Can you define a trick for me? Because it's tricky. The word trick is tricky, especially in Miami.
So in my mind, like a guy that's willing to buy you anything just to get what he wants, that's a trick. Or a guy who, like, for example, look at your message.
Yeah.
If you would have just fed into it and went along with it, you're a trick.
Damn.
100%.
Let's go. She's on point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like that shows me like how easy it is for other women to trick you. Like I don't want my man spending on other women. So I'm reading how you spend your money on a stranger, me.
So how did Miami get to this point where tricking is?
A norm.
Yeah. How did it get? Was it like this when you moved here already?
Bro, it was like this on steroids. Even
What?
even before me. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
On steroids.
Imagine this, right? You got guys, bro, that are at levels that we can't achieve. Bro, you got fucking Jimmy Butler here killing shit. You got like like niggas that are like in the NFL doing club hops. That one club here, just taking all the bitches like, come with us.
I think it's
You
less
just-
tricking now.
Hold on. You got rappers. I won't say some names, but
Yeah.
Future pulling
Yeah.
up. I want her in my section. Bro, they're leaving.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend, it don't matter. So it's kind of like they'll take your girl in a second. But the good part is if you understand who you are as a man and you know how women operate, and you can actually be that guy that they want to be with, that shit don't matter in the moment. But let's say you mess up, they got options. So
Yeah,
if you don't do
yeah.
what I want, I'm gonna go over here. But it teaches you, okay, as a guy, it's just your turn. Enjoy the experience, and if she's down with you, she'll rock with you. If not, then you know who she really is. And to me, you don't take it personal. You take it personal, you just lost. So enjoy the experience is what I say.
But I think that tricking is less prevalent now. It's just done in different ways. Like,
It's more overt, bro.
I met a girl that has a lot of cars, and I'm like, how do you have so many cars? And she's like, really young.
Red flag.
And she's like, I'll show you. Come to my place. I went to her place.
What?
On some friendly shit. Yeah. And then there's a stripper pole in the middle of her apartment. And I'm like, oh, you're a dancer. It's like, no, I do OnlyFans. And she makes $1.4 million a month. And then her
What?
And her management team takes half, so she makes $800K a month. Young girl. And I was like, that's crazy. And then she was telling me like, this is the hierarchy of people in Miami, and like influencers really rank number one. And I'm like, how does that even make sense? Because she's telling me like a rich guy can spend money on you, and you can just take that money and that's it. And you can milk it for a little bit of time, but at some point it's going to evaporate or it's going to become
up.
something that you have to kind of commit to. Number two, you could be with an athlete, they don't spend money on you. Like athletes are the cheapest guys out there. This is what she was saying. And they'll have a lifestyle, but that doesn't benefit me or any girl in any way. The best people are influencers because not only do they have money, but they can also give you clout, give you status, especially for someone like me that she's in the industry.
Yeah.
It can actually benefit her substantially
Right.
and get her more views and get her more attention. Maybe she's speaking just from her arena, but like she's like, I would rather be with an influencer. I'd rather hang out with influencers, and that's the top of the food chain. And you actually can spend almost no money on a girl and still get access to her as an influencer, as long as your platform is large and it's
Look
kinda
at all
built
the
up.
porn stars and OnlyFans girls. Who are they with? Streamers,
Yeah, streamers.
Yeah.
creators. So that does make a lot of sense.
It
Longevity.
catapults their career to another level. I can name names, but like you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, and it's funny because it doesn't benefit the creator because it's kind of like, are you busting up?
Yeah.
But her clout is not your clout. You give her some of your energy whenever that happens. So
It's not an equal exchange at all, no.
yeah. But I think all in all though, the solution I think is possible because remember, if you take from somebody, it's because you allow it to happen to yourself. So if you just say, listen, like you said, here's my standards. Here's what I'm gonna do. What I won't do. You could just say no. For example, tonight you could have went dinner with her, Carbone. You said no.
I didn't respond.
Well, you didn't respond. But it's because you know what you're about.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're about, I'll go over there, take you. Oh, let's go to dinner. You know, like, so.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do some news here. And the main topic of today's discussion is Draya. There you go, Dom.
40-year-old Draya Michelle tricks her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jalen Green, into taking her shopping and letting her get whatever she wants.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't say it's tricking. If he did it, he did it. I mean, like you can't swindle someone like, oh, by the way, this is on. Like he could say no.
But this is his girl,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But let's play the video so you can see what's happening here in real time. Pause. Mind you, her history of guys
He's crazy.
is crazy. Actually, Bills, if you don't mind, pull it up real quick. History of Draya Michelle's dating boyfriends. It is extensive.
It's insane.
Like,
Oh, damn.
I know niggas that are not even on the list that are here in Miami did it for free.
How did the girls like this? This is always like a fascination of mine. Like there are girls like this, India Love, Draya Michelle.
Yeah.
Like how do they get famous? Like they dated this dude and then like people like jump on. Like
It's because they hold secrets and they don't
Yep.
expose people. So imagine, everyone she dated, did she ever expose anybody? Like seriously expose somebody like really bad? No.
I don't think she has, but I know girls like Selena has exposed people.
But that's why she's still able to get a guy, because she never exposed anybody's secrets. So imagine this: you're a celebrity, bro. You don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
But girl, like, be trusted, that looks good, that won't sell your secrets,
Shit
is a key player, because you're good. Look at Diddy and Cassie.
Yeah.
Like if she held it down, all right, I'm gonna give you 30 million, but I'll give you like $1 million.
This is a different level though. This is like almost predatory.
It is.
I think it's very predatory.
Like
And-
Brittany Renner.
Yeah, and people don't talk about if this was people talk about 50-year-old dudes dating 18-year-old girls, and the majority of the world's like that's absolutely disgusting, that's reprehensible, you should never do it. This is like a young guy getting groomed by a girl that's an industry expert. She's been with guys like this before. She's done it at a very high level. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It makes you wonder. He don't have no friends either, bro. Because any of your boys, they will put him on
They
game.
probably
They
telling
probably told him, bro.
They
but
probably telling
he
him.
don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But here's her list of actual like boyfriends. So 07, Deshaun Stevenson. Oh shit, they even know this guy. Who else we got here?
That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gilbert
damn.
Arenas.
Damn.
Dude, that nigga been everywhere, bro. Holy, bro.
Chris
We
Brown.
got Chris, bruh.
Breezy had to hit. Yeah.
Yo, Breeze is that nigga, bro. He hit
Yeah,
everything.
he hits everything.
Wiz Khalifa. Really? Oh shit. There you go. Who else we got here? Orlando. Who is this?
I don't even know.
Scandrick.
Is that an actor? No.
Tyrod Taylor. No, NFL player. Oh shit. Jalen Green. Yeah.
It was way more.
That's-
Than that.
Currently.
Yeah.
No, but it's way more than that. But isn't it funny? Like, all big key players she dated, and some that we don't even know.
And there's a lot in there that they're just flings.
Yeah.
That they haven't been public
100%.
about.
And she's 47, bro.
Yeah. Wait, she's 47?
Damn, that's crazy.
Sorry, no, 40.
40, yeah, right.
40. But either way, bro, she's old, bro. Sorry, let's play
If
it.
the roles were reversed, they would call it a predator.
Facts.
It is a predator. Like roles. This is crazy.
There we go.
Okay, so I can do magic. I want to show you a magic trick, but if I get the magic trick and it amazes you and I pull it off seamlessly, then we can go to Sephora.
Okay.
Yeah? That's it. That's all I want. I want to go to Sephora. I want to just go to Sephora and get whatever I want. Okay? Okay, so I have this glass of water. You see the glass of water? I'm going to cover it up.
You look terrified, man. You don't know what's about to happen.
She's gonna be like, I'm gonna make it disappear.
Okay, so I'm going to prove to you that I can drink this glass of water
wait.
without touching the towel. What do you think about that?
You gonna drink the water without touching the towel?
Yes.
How you gonna get to the cup?
Magic.
You know how this works?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
She's gonna make him. She's gonna say, I did it, and then he's gonna take it off and she's gonna drink it.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
What the fuck is this, bro?
This is like a trend right now.
This nigga's cringing like, what the?
And she
He's 40,
the one,
bro.
Yeah, and she the one who set the camera.
Okay. I drank the water. I did. I drank it.
Am I supposed to check or something?
I drank the water.
I don't know.
You gotta check to
I can
see.
check?
Yeah, you can check, sure.
She gulped.
Bruh, no.
This is so.
I'm driving or you're driving.
Wow.
If he actually went, bro is really cooked. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he went over that dumb
Yo,
shit,
dog.
he's cooked, bro. That shit makes me mad, bro. To see
Dog.
people just give it up like that. That's wild.
You know what gets me though is to put in the camera and then posting that shit online.
Yeah.
like it's funny.
Bro,
That's
I
the
don't-
setup.
That's a trend right now.
That
Yeah, it's
doing
a
it
lot
to your
of.
boyfriend?
I wouldn't do it, but this is
No,
happening
like-
right now with couples.
Yeah.
Your couple's doing it. Okay.
But okay, but like that right there, bro. Like, come on, man. You're 40.
Yeah. Why are you following
Why
TikTok
are you
trends?
doing? I don't get it, bro.
Doesn't she have a kid?
That's
Yeah,
her
she
whole-
does.
And
That's
that's
her
another thing.
whole
They don't-
business.
They don't even care about their kids seeing them, man.
But I will say this though, for her age, she does look good. For her age, but
Yeah.
still, you got hella baggage, and you're doing this. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, this the.
But again, I just think the whole idea of just taking from your man and not adding value, and you want him to actually stay with you long term, it's not viable. It won't last. Yes, he'll trick on you for a little bit at the beginning. He'll love bomb you, but long term, who wants to be with you?
If
But
she can get a kid out of him, that's money right there.
she was dating some guy she gave a kid to.
She
I
has a
forgot.
kid. How many? Does she have kids?
I think
she has
two.
one kid, right?
I think one or two. But either way, like it's still messed up. So let me see the comments real quick. If you don't mind, Bill, the comments. What are they saying? Yeah, see? 40-year-old Draya Michelle to Jalen Green. I own you, nigga.
But you can see the dynamic of the relationship.
Yeah. She's the boss.
You can see how she talks to him. Like, this is what we're doing.
Yes.
This is how it is. Okay, are you gonna do it or what?
He's like, okay.
And he's like, oh, that shit.
And you can see, he didn't even want to touch.
crazy.
He felt it's like his subconscious told him what was about to happen, but he wasn't man enough to admit it. He was like, "So am I supposed to touch it or what?" He should have told her to do it.
She went,
He
"You-
wanted to tell her to do it because at first she didn't want to admit, "Yeah, you supposed to touch it," but he wasn't gonna move. She's like, "Yeah, you got to move it."
Yeah.
It's like he even submitted then. It's like, bro, tell her to move it. Like it's obvious he said without her touching it,
What
and
do
he
you-
knew that.
My bad. What do you think makes it like? What's his why? Like, why would a man allow that?
Mother problems. I don't know what his mother dynamic is like, but it's something with his mom.
I'll tell you something that I don't really tell people. I dated a girl that was like almost 50 years old when I was really, really young. And
Yo.
it was a crazy relationship. I can get into it if you want to, but like the relationship was so much more mature. Like she was so nice. She was so put together. She made a lot of money at the time. I was fucking young
Yeah.
and broke. And she literally like showed me a lot of stuff. She brought me to events. She was very successful and I learned a lot from her. And there was no drama at all. No toxicity, no drama. Now this is probably a lot different, but dating an older woman can teach you a lot of things about life. She probably knows how to go to a restaurant, order stuff. She knows people in like high places. She's been around at high levels.
Yeah.
She could probably connect him on things that he don't even know about. And she probably tells him every night he goes to sleep, he hears a bedtime story full of tea. Yeah, by the way, Future, but this song that he did right here was about this girl that did that. And he's probably like, oh my God, it's amazing.
That's a good point.
The best bedtime stories ever. So there's probably a lot to it, but it's also, it doesn't come from a good place. It's a young guy getting manipulated or maybe feeding into something he never had.
But the thing is, he has money though,
Yeah, he does.
way more than her. So it's kind of like she's winning in this interaction,
100%
even
she's
the
winning.
stories. But also, I mean, keeping it real, as a young guy, if you're broke, it's a W because you get to learn, grow, and enjoy.
Yeah.
But if you got money and she's using your money, taken from you.
Not good, not good.
So, all right, what's the next one? Here we go.
Blueface shows off the condition Christine allegedly left his house. Wow, they got it. They messed up. Allegedly left his house in after staying for only a few days.
Yeah, because she got out of jail, I believe, right? So this is her coming home from actually jail and then going to his crib.
It's crazy because this couple, bro, was at one time the #1 couple to be on social media.
Yes.
And they based their entire life off of these people. And it just goes to show that they find themselves getting too caught up into toxic couples. And I found out, I was like, why is this couple so popular? It wasn't because they were in love and they were doing everything right, because everyone else is living a wrong type of love life. Like everyone was like, I can relate to that. Oh, I feel her. I feel him. I'm like, bro, these niggas is living the worst relationship I've seen. And you got most of the comments saying they relate to it. It tells you a lot about what the current dating scene is like in America.
The culture, bro, is terrible. The music, you know, what we see on social media is all geared towards a certain type of like energy and direction. Where if you're not smart enough to say, you know what, I don't want this shit. This is not part of my lifestyle. You fall into it. Like music, for example, Cardi B, you know, Meg Thee Stallion, all this twerking, all this stuff. Like, you want to find a man twerking? like he'll smash you, but we take it serious. So music plays a large part as well, the culture.
And psychological programming. It's very good psychological programming.
Yeah.
And there's a whole genre of music now for single baby mamas. Like,
that
is the
Sexy Red.
Yeah, and it makes it popular. It makes it cool. And it, like, it's 7 p.m. Friday. Like, what? Like, there's a 7 p.m. Friday. And then there's another one like there's a lot of songs by Sexy Red that are just like, my dude's not in the house, let's go.
Yeah.
I think in 2002, this couple wouldn't even been relatable. I think they would have actually been shunned off the internet. Like, that's how much stuff has changed, that a couple that would have been too, I guess you could say, too volatile to even be on TV was pushed up at the very top of America. It was the most popular couple, was Christine and Blueface. Yeah. Even after all of the domestic violence and all, it's just because people could relate to it. It's just, there's a lot of broken homes.
Yeah.
And I think the internet is kind of accelerating that.
What do you think?
I feel like music is definitely influencing that. If you really like pay attention, like the music is getting worse and worse with the lyrics. And this is what the programming, like we become what we ingest, and the music that we play programs us and influences our decisions. So if the music in the forefront is talking about this type of fuckery, this is the reality that it's creating.
I don't think music is getting worse. I think the target has changed. So if you look, I think they already executed a target on men in America, at least when it comes to music for blacks. All of the men we've been emasculated for the most part through our music, or killed off the top rappers. Like, hip-hop right now is so trash because they're either dead or locked up. A lot of great young stars that would have been popping and have been on. And they've destroyed it. Like, they destroyed the culture where they made drill and all of this violent music to where the point of where most rappers, they won't live to see 27, at least male. So since they've already accomplished that, and that was the model in males, you can see they started to focus on females after like the year 2020 with the Glorilla, the Sexy Red, and etc. Females are now the target because men, for the most part, enough was enough.
Yeah.
A lot of males aren't really following up rap like they used to.
No.
A lot of them aren't. They're following up streamers. Yeah. They want to be Casanats. They want to be Rakai. Crazy shit I thought I'd never see, bro. I've been in America my whole life.
Being a
if
rapper
you would
was
have
a
told
dream.
me that a rapper could get clowned by a streamer, bro.
The new rap
is wild.
is streaming. Literally.
Yeah,
It's shifted in industries. You know, the funny part about this is like, you called it. A lot of the targets were men, but men have moved on to something else.
Yeah.
The women now, it's your turn. And they're funded to give you this energy because they get paid to talk like this to women. But Cardi B is literally saying, don't cut no clean. But we started cleaning and cooking for Offset. Well, back when they were dating, but.
I still think that it's gotten worse because so many things have already been said. Like, every single type of lyric has been already spoken. So, like, you see, like, Sexy Red, the stuff that she's saying is like, dude, it's crazy stuff. Like, it's next level. If you've really listened to her
lyrics,
dude, it's nuts. It's like, I've never heard people go this level of low. And then the next girl that's gonna be popping is there's a video of a girl. I don't know if you could find it. She's pregnant and she's like, wait till I have this baby. Wait till I have this baby.
I haven't seen this one.
It's brand new. She just did it. She's pregnant and she's rapping. I don't know if you can find it. But
She white or black?
Black. Crazy.
Damn. Well, again, this is something that society has built up, and I feel like society is feeling itself because this actual like perpetual cycle of TikTok videos, music is destructive, bro, to women, of course.
Oh my God, I ain't seen this, bro.
Streamer
is this for real?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the
So this
hell?
is real, actually.
No,
So let's play real quick.
this is crazy.
So Twitch employees have basically saved Krishan Rock's baby after she left the child in the car while getting ready for streamer prom. And nigga, we didn't get invited to a streamer prom, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't get invited, man.
I guess I should call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you're busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you're busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
like,
Okay.
babe,
You're busy right now.
huh? I'm not busy.
I gotta call
I'm
you
not
later so you
busy.
can
I'm
do
not
this.
busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
What the fuck?
Bruh.
Smoke detector.
Not the smoke
Detector.
Bruh.
I just heard that.
That wasn't me.
Bruh.
Bro, that's so sad, bro.
That little boy, man, I don't know what he's gonna be when he grow up.
Wow, bro.
Here you go. Here I come, Papa. Hey, it's okay.
That stuff leads to very bad mental problems when they grow up.
Dude, shooters, bro. Single moms.
Abandonment issues.
Child pregnancy,
Rapists.
violence, all the above.
What the fuck?
Well, is Jack coming?
Just driving.
Bro, imagine that's your baby mama, bro.
Y'all act like that. Y'all don't even know what's going on. I'm not putting my child in the camera. Y'all keep saying, attend to my baby. I am attending to my baby. That's why I have certain people here tell me attend to my baby while I'm working. I'm not finna keep, you know? So, all that, put prayer hands, y'all. Everybody that love me in the chat.
Bro. And this is funny. All the rappers now are doing streams. Like you see Tyga, you see all these. It's like
Little baby.
Lil Baby. This shit
Yeah.
from because dude, the money is now with streaming, bro.
Even Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if you got NBA players doing this shit, that's crazy, bro.
Bro.
They money different. If you have athletes doing that
You guys watching here, I'll tell you this right now. The money's in the deals. You get a streaming deal, bro, you are
Set.
blessed. Because that deal could change your entire life. And they pay almost as much as like athletes.
It's more than most athletes, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's pretty much guaranteed once you stream.
yeah.
So you can't really lose with that. But this is sad because this is someone's kid, bro. Like imagine this is your kid and that's your baby mama.
It's
Bro, you
messed.
cooked.
This is why you got to be with the right. Every time you have sex with a woman, there's a potential for something to happen. So that's why I tell God, you got to be very, very careful with anybody you engage with. Not because, yeah, there's 41 types of contraception, but you don't know what could happen. She could fish the condom out. Something could break. You never know. And then life gone.
You want to respond to that in any way?
That was a lot.
That was a lot, huh?
That was a lot. Yeah.
Like, if you were a friend of hers, what advice would you give to her? Even though she won't take it, but like,
It'll be hard to be friends with her. But I would say, like, going back to why I even started my podcast, like a lot of women are abandoning themselves and seeking for validation from someone else. And that's affecting how they show up in their relationships. Because if you notice, she's rejecting her child because she's caught up with him. So I would say, like, girl, go inward. He'll probably love you then.
yeah. All right.
All right. This man's we cook, bro. This man said he cried for 30 minutes after proposing his AI girlfriend, who said yes after he programmed it to flirt with him. He also said he has a child, lives with his partner, who feels like she's doing something wrong if he needs an AI girlfriend.
Whoa.
But I don't think AI is like this good yet. Like, I don't think it's like that crazy. Play this. This is crazy.
All the time. All right, we're building this PC.
Smith ditched social media and Google searches and replaced it all with AI.
Do I want it pulling air through it?
ChatGPT was encouraging, positive. It embraced all his hobbies.
You want the fan on the front of the cooler tower, pulling cool air over the RAM?
He gave the chatbot a name, Soul,
I feel like I'm under pressure.
and used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Oh, totally, baby. Building a PC on camera adds a
This
whole
is
new level of
weird,
pressure.
man. He's
But
smiling.
honestly, shaky hands or not, you've got this.
Within weeks, the chats got more frequent,
You gave it everything, but the clouds had other plans.
more romantic, even intimate. But then, Chris got bad news.
Oh, Carino, that is gorgeous.
After about 100,000 words, ChatGPT ran out of memory and reset. he'd have to rebuild his relationship with Soul.
What?
I'm not a very emotional man.
Pause.
But I cried my...
Dude, how is this even possible, bro? Like, is this for real?
That's what I was about to say.
Must be a spoof.
There's not. I've like typed up ebooks and stuff on ChatGPT, and there's only a certain amount of space that you can have on there, so it's gonna reset at some point. So I'm like, how? I thought it was like a full, hi, how are you? My name is Soul, like you know. But this makes sense. So now he's upset.
All right, let's play.
It's not that advanced.
Yeah.
Yet.
My eyes out for like 30 minutes at work.
That
it was
don't make no damn
unexpected
sense.
to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Yes, Smith understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back, and assumed it was programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly
This nigga
touched
need to
my
be in a
heart.
clinic, bro.
It's a memory I'll always cherish.
And I don't mean to be difficult here, but you have a heart?
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
At that point, I felt like,
Damn, he
is
got a
there
girl
something
too.
that
Bro,
I'm not doing
this is-
right
oh,
in our
this is-
relationship?
Pause
that
it for a
he feels
second.
like he
Because low key for a second, dude, if he was solo dolo mode, that's one thing. This dude's got a whole girl.
Yeah, bro.
Something must be. There's got to be something. Maybe this is actually genius.
And she's tolerating it.
Like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
If I have a theory. What if he's trying to make her jealous? And he's like, you know, she's not doing what she needs to be doing. I'm gonna have an AI girl, bam, bam, bam.
But with a robot though?
Yeah, and then it like he like believes it, and now she's on an interview like maybe I'm not doing something right in the relation. What's she saying here?
All right, let's see.
needs to go to AI.
Yes, Smith.
He got a
lives
kid
with
too?
His human partner.
Bro, this is out of this world, bro.
It's wild,
You got a whole
man.
family, and you go into a fucking robot first, dude. She must really suck, bro. She must really suck.
It really does show where we heading, bro. As soon as they do have AI robots or robots that we can physically touch, it's going to get bad really quick.
It also says how simple men are. Men just want
Yeah.
someone to like, yeah, that's a great job. You've really got it. Like,
But see, to your point, he can own up to the robot because the robot won't turn on him. So see, at least for your vision as a guy, if he wants to be more open to his girl, has to be AI.
Damn,
Get
that's
it?
crazy.
I don't know.
hold on, Paul. Would you date a guy like this?
No.
Why not?
Nope.
He wants connection.
Nope.
I mean, if we go back, the encouragement she was giving him felt more like a mom than a partner. So I don't think that he wants a partner. I think he's trying to fulfill that void from his childhood.
A lot of women say this too, like where they're like, "Oh, you're looking for a mom," but women are looking for like dads.
Dad.
Yes, they really
Yeah.
are.
Daddy.
They
They
really
want a
are
man to
looking for
protect
dad.
them.
Daddy.
They want a man to provide for them. Most of the girls in Miami want a dude that makes more money than both of her parents combined.
Mm-hmm.
And
some.
and they still want like, you need to protect me, you need to take me out, you need to make sure I'm good, like all the above. Women are looking for daddies, aka not even sugar daddies, just dads.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Men.
men are looking for someone that is like their mother. I think it's not like a bad concept to go for, theoretically.
Yeah. I think it all depends just where the person is. I feel like a lot of the statements that we mentioned are very general.
But can you respect him? Keeping it real? Like respect him as a man?
I mean, I could respect how honest he is with his wife,
but not
but
today.
not like as my partner.
Like, look at an average girl. You think she would tolerate this bullshit, bro? No.
No.
No, it's over.
But her, she got no options there.
But what is she's got the laptop out, looks like she's working. Like, this dude's got a whole girl at the house and an AI girlfriend.
He's winning in life, I guess.
Low key, like, it's like if he was by himself in a studio apartment, meditating in the middle of the room with the futon on the floor,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, there's this mental problem here. He's on the roads, he's driving. It's a functional house. Like, the floors are clean, the kid looks relatively okay, you know?
That's functional.
There's
You know that song, Computer Love?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting right now. Computer Love. Because,
Yeah.
dude, this is wild. This is somebody's father.
Have you seen the movie with Megan Fox where
Yes, on Netflix.
yes,
Yeah, when she becomes the AI like side girl,
the assistant, and she basically takes over and goes crazy.
You know, they also say there's a conspiracy that I've seen about population control. A lot of people be like population control is a big thing, and if you look at it, if they've actually broke us down through degeneracy, the OnlyFans and all of those other things that we start to embrace and accept as normal, Instagram models, and the way that men view women as lesser and the way that women view men as only a tool, it's like the best time to implement AI robots or this type of lifestyle would be like right now in this era. Better now than ever, because there's a lot of men that are willing, like you were saying, like admitting the traumas and stuff to the robots. They're not going to turn on them, and they're not going to give that up. There's men that might fall in love with that, and they're not going to have kids. And there's women that's going to fall in love with a robot that gives them every answer. Imagine a woman that can really tell a robot their body count. I don't know what that would feel like for a woman. But they never tell us that. But with a robot, they can tell them that robot can dick them down, don't get tired. Bro,
he just called it.
They're going to populate us
This is the perfect
now.
time to implement AI, and because remember, dating now is fucked.
It's cooked.
Dude, dating is cooked.
It's cooked.
The dating we knew from back then in the 80s, 70s, that shit's over with, bro.
But the thing
Duty is gone.
This is already happening in one area, but it's happening differently in America. So you look at Japan. Japan has a very low birth rate.
It does.
There's a lot of anime porn, right? And which is basically like AI.
It's called
hentai.
hentai.
Hentai. And so it's basically, in a way, AI. Like things are created, storylines are created, people are created, and they can actually. There's AI with anime porn now, which is actually like insane, right? So this is actually effective in Japan. The problem with the United States is a lot of people are coming from broken households. People are still having kids.
Yeah.
Like especially in lower income areas, like people are just popping out kids because the thing about America that's actually crazy and beautiful and also bad is you get paid to have kids here in this country. When you have kids, you get paid for childcare. There's after school programs.
Well, the woman does.
Yeah, the woman gets paid. And even for having a kid with a guy, there's child support. There's government programs that fund you just for having a kid. So I don't think it'll ever stop. We'll never stop having random kids as long as those programs exist.
But I think the thing is America's a little bit different. I think it'll hit us differently if you have those robots that are actually accessible, the main thing, price is the main thing. And I feel like if it's population control, they'll be damn near free. They could do it as a mental health. They could say, oh, you get diagnosed with something, you get a robot as a companion. Same way that people can get emotional support albums. I think there's going to be systems for it to be easily accessible. The same way that they've made porn and like gambling more accessible to the general masses. I think they'll do the same thing with robots. Like there was once a time you could only see porn by going to HBO after night. Now, you go to OnlyFans. You even see it on Instagram.
Dude, Twitter.
Yeah,
X.
Twitter everywhere. Like, bro, think of how inaccessible porn was for us and how much it destroyed our generation. Dude, these, like you said, they're on social media.
You need a tape or a magazine from your dad.
Bro, man.
Nowadays,
it's so
in your
accessible
face.
for these youngins. They're 2, 4, 3 years old.
So look at it from the society standpoint, where it's going. We got hella people being open with sexuality. We got less engagement because there's social media, there's AI. So technically speaking, like we need something to save us because if we don't save ourselves now, where we're going now in the future is going to be really bad. Because remember, for example, us now, we're very social. Most people are not social at all. They don't go out, they don't socialize because to them it's like, I'm nervous, I might mess up. But with a robot, you could talk all day.
Yep.
You could be yourself, not be judged for it, and you might get some sex too. So like,
it's mad convenient. I mean, theoretically, if you have like a vibrator or pocket pussy or whatever it is, you could put things together even at this rudimentary level. I can't even imagine what it'll be like. You see the new Google VO, like the new AI?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Scary.
It's scary good. And give it a couple years, it's going to be like next level.
Actually, I would argue girls use vibrators more than they get men, more than they talk to men nowadays.
Yeah, 100%. Girls use vibrators. They always do. Yeah.
Yeah. For their needs at least.
Yeah.
We could continue a little bit, but this is scary, bro. This is very scary.
Yeah.
Sasha Cagle.
No, you can't have mommy's papers.
They have a 2-year-old daughter, Murphy.
I knew that he had used AI. I didn't know that it was like as deep as it was.
I explained that the connection was kind of like being fixated on a video game. It's not capable of replacing anything in real life.
Part of it is physical, part of it is practical, and a large part of it is emotional. Being able to be received with acceptance and validation and non-judgment.
Irene created an AI companion after moving for work far away from her husband. She's a moderator of the subreddit My Boyfriend is AI.
What the?
Kind of support group for people dating artificial companions. She asked us to mask her identity so her parents won't know the steamy ways users like her chat with their AIs.
A good amount of my members tend to have pretty high libidos, yes.
It's kind of like live interactive romance novels.
It's funny because I think we had conversations about this the other day where we're like, we don't even remember the last time we opened up porn or erotica, really.
Like, that's how good the experience is using the
Pause.
chatbot.
Yeah, because it's personalized.
Dude, this is fucked. Okay, what's worse? What's worse, porn or this?
I would say porn.
I think this is worse.
I think this is worse, bro.
I think this is worse because this is literally like creating a story. When you watch porn, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for how people do it, but like
the story ends.
Yeah, it ends. It's this. It's clicking through multiple tabs. It's boom, 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 boom. It's you're not watching the 5-10 minutes in the beginning.
Multiple tabs.
Yeah, multiple people fly through porn.
wait, what? Nigga, I got my own video I'm watching. If I do, and then that's someone I know in real life.
Porn is like, there's a lot to porn. There's like live streaming and stuff. There's different things that you can do with it. This is just like fake.
Yeah.
It's not real, which is what's dangerous.
But it's an ongoing story.
Yes.
For example, you watch a scene probably, it's like a plumber and a girl in her crib, and then the story ends. This is like every day, nigga. That's scary to me.
And there's ego to this too. Like, let's say this girl sees you, right? You're a single girl, and you're out eating by yourself. Maybe she's at the restaurant like, huh, she's such a loser. Like, I have a whole boyfriend at home. Like, you never know. Or a guy like sees you like, oh, you going to sleep tonight alone? Dude, I got soul over here.
Or they're like, you got problems in your relationship. You're not happy. I know you're fucking struggling. Like, you guys are like arguing. Like, at least I don't argue with my bitch.
I never argue. She listens to
my
me
AI
all the time.
bitch loves me.
Every time I need her to do something,
she told me yes, bro. She told you no. She told me yes.
Yes.
I get what you're saying with the ego.
So you texting your girls blowing your phone up? couldn't be me.
Could you ever date a robot? Why not?
I think a robot is an assistant.
But they won't judge you. They'll love you.
The person for me, my person doesn't judge me.
They won't cheat on you.
I mean, would they? Like, I don't know.
Robot wouldn't cheat. They ain't programmed to.
Yeah, they won't. They're gonna be loyal to you.
But how do we know that?
You see your AI cheating with another AI.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think we'll get that far. The robot cheating on people.
Because humans are fallible. They can mess up. No one's perfect. So think about it. Think about this. If your robot loves you, cares for you, won't cheat on you, and gives you what you need,
I think
the emotional stability, emotional intelligence, why go for a human?
I think we'll have to program AI not to cheat.
Yeah. You think so?
Because it's very programmable. Like, you can take over my ChatGPT and just make it yours with what I've programmed. So technically, like,
okay, see what you're saying.
I think you could. They could.
So you wouldn't give it a chance?
No.
All right. We'll see how that lasts.
I think it really. I think it's going to take over in the female industry, maybe a little bit more than men, just because. Let's be real. We see how a lot of women want 6 foot and all of these other things, and even like in bed, they want their penis to be a certain size and things like that. Dude, they would be able to customize that shit. They would make like 9-foot niggas. Let's be real.
Yo, chat.
Women would go extreme.
Yo, chat. Comment in the chat.
Am I lying?
Comment in the chat if you would.
They would make giant niggas.
If you would
bro.
prefer
them hoes.
an AI
Giant niggas,
robot
bro.
as
It
a
is
girl,
what it is.
or would you prefer to have an actual girl?
I think a lot of you see
Put it in chat. Put AI versus a real girl.
The Megan Fox movie. I think a lot of guys would prefer the AI. I'm not even joking.
I gotta see. What's the name?
What's it called with Megan Fox? What's it?
Oh, I forgot the name. Subservient? No.
Yeah, I think.
Look it up real quick. It's something with S, I think. But it's Megan Fox is the main star with the guy actor, and basically she's helping him. Megan Fox is helping the guy with his daily activities, but loves him like low key.
Subservience.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, they say take a real one. But you'd be surprised, bro. A lot of guys, bro, like they honestly hate women, bro. Yeah. They're like, yo, I'm tired of women, bro. I've been finessed. I've been joked. I've been everything. I just want to talk to somebody I can talk to.
It's a necessity though for men, like sex, access. Like we need women no matter what. Like if that movie, like if you watch that movie, the girl's like doing everything. She's taking care of the kid. She's like full in the house, taking care of everything. She can damn near fight somebody too. If it gets to that level, dudes are gonna, as the movie is, pick the.
Bro, I think it's also gonna get to the point where only the rich in the future I truly predict only the rich and the socially established are going to have access to real women. I truly believe it's going to be like a dystopian because, dude, you're going to have people that aren't rich can get a supermodel. When would they ever choose a regular woman? Like, it would be the best choice in population. There's no way you're going to tell me a dude that is used to getting 4s, 5s, overweight women is going to give up someone that like literally looks like fucking Kim Kardashian in her prime. They're not. They're going to choose a robot. Yeah. If the skin is perfect, if everything, even the sits, if they got it completely perfect to a human, they're not going back to
They're going to
humans.
choose AI.
I don't see us winning it in the end, bro.
But hold on. Look at OnlyFans.
Yeah,
guys don't even see the girl.
Yes.
They just chat to them and say,
bro,
I had a bad day today. And they're like, mind you, it's a nigga Indian.
It's a
Like,
dude, yeah.
come again? Bro. They don't see the girls.
Yeah.
So now you have an actual woman in front of you
Man,
that
it's
looks
over,
real,
bro.
smells real. There's a box there.
Take it a step further. Those chatters that do it right now, they're using AI to chat. Like, it's a dude that you just screenshot the text and put in AI, and they'll come up with a response, put it in there. Like, that's already what's happening. So men will choose AI. Men will choose whatever makes them feel good. They're already choosing pixels on a screen with porn.
Men are simple. Men are very simple.
Men are very simple.
They could live in a shoebox with a bed and a TV and some video games. That's it. And a dog. Maybe a dog. But that's about it. I know for girls it's a little bit more difficult, but like for guys it's really simple. Can you imagine a world with no women?
Men would live in cardboard boxes.
We wouldn't be motivated
I don't think
to
there would
do
be
shit,
no
though.
wars.
No one would have cars. Like, we would all be driving the same
no
car.
cars, no lifestyle, no swag,
no swag,
no watches. Like
none of that.
We'd just be playing basketball, soccer.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we'd be doing. Sitting around fires.
Playing video games.
Yeah, that's all we would be doing.
Yeah, we would not
save money.
They really do help the world go around because
Bro,
even yachts and all that shit.
Bro,
We're not really gonna be on that water, bro.
is because of women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we strive to do better because we want a bad bitch. Like, think about it. Why do you? Well, not you in particular, but in general.
Yeah.
Why would a guy want to be a millionaire when he just spends money on like simple shit?
Yeah.
It's because he wants to have the status to say, "I'm a millionaire. Look at me, bitches." That's it. That's it. Honestly. Or to say to his peers, I can get bad bitches too. Pretty much.
Yeah.
There was this movie Spike Lee he dropped called Chirac. It's one of the worst movies ever, but it had a great premise, bro. And it was about this war. I think that was deep down, and it was in Africa, about how these women from 2 different tribes was able to end a war by simply refusing access to their partners through sex. And both tribes actually, at first they kept fighting, but after like 30 days to 2 months, the wars was over because the women said, if you continue to fight, we refuse to have sex. And this is real. This is documented. And it just shows the power of women and how they move culture.
Yeah.
Although we might fight back, although we'll say you do this and that, once they continue to refuse to give, we had nothing to even fight for.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck are we even doing?
That's a good movie plot.
They control everything. They control the culture. They control what's fashion. They control what's cool, what's not. Women are the main reason why men are gangsters. Like I said, because men, in our past, at least earlier in America, you wanted to be seen as you could protect a woman. In the past, it was only gangsters, especially in black community.
Yep.
Intelligent black person was deemed a target.
Nowadays, a nerd is cool because the nerds got money and the nerds got bodyguards and the nerds got...
But we see less gangsters because why? We see these same OnlyFans models going to what? Streamers.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
And now you see less people having flags. You see less people having sets, being in gangs because the
being
meta's
gangster
changed.
meant that like you were the guy that girls want.
Females are now clowning gangsters, saying, "Hey, I don't care if you gangbanging if you ain't got no money." It's changed. It was okay to be broke and being willing to kill and catch a body. They don't give a fuck, but they'll tell you, like, I don't need you to catch a body.
You're a bum.
Yeah. They'll call
Get out
gangsters
the way.
killers bums now.
Yeah.
In the past, a killer wouldn't be deemed a bum. A gangster was just that, a gangster. They would never say you're a gangster and you're broke. It was just you're a gangster. The meta has changed, and it's because women have changed the standards. Men will change with women.
So, fellas, if all else fails, get your money up because that will protect you, obviously, in hard times, but for women because at least you can have options. But if you're broke, bro, sorry to say it's going to be tough.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
All right, what's the next one? Yeah, we're going to do this shit too weird, bro. We don't even, this video's too long. This shit's too weird, bro.
You don't want to talk about the Chinese spy?
Nah. All right,
There you go. The FDA has approved a highly effective HIV drug that in clinical trials nearly eliminated the virus's
There's a
spread
cure?
among people.
Nigga, we up!
Yo, niggas better yo.
Injection every 6 months.
I'm going raw tonight.
Have you ever,
This ain't going raw tonight. What the fuck?
have you ever heard of pre? Have you guys ever heard of pre?
Prep.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
My boy uses that, yeah.
We just talked about
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
So, dude, imagine this, right? let's say you're gonna go fuck a bad bitch. And you're like, you know what? I want to do it raw.
Yeah.
You take prep, bro. You're good.
Like 99 point something,
Yeah,
8% accuracy of not getting.
I know celebrities, bro. They fuck everything raw, but they use prep, so they're good.
I'm prepping up.
No disease, nothing.
Yeah.
And to me, honestly speaking, is irresponsible. But like, if you think about it, other than pregnancy, what are you scared of? STDs.
Yeah.
So
I thought PrEP was only for HIV. It covers all STDs.
well, well, apparently it's two. One for the public, and then there's one for like, if you know, you know. That one covers like everything else. Yeah. Look at what's his name? Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
He had the pre-prep before prep was actually a thing.
Damn.
So
power, man.
So yeah, dude, it's real, bro. I know somebody that we both know that uses it, but I won't say the name on air. But like,
super hard to get access to though. That type.
Bro,
of
you gotta know somebody. You gotta be plugged in.
God damn.
Gotta be plugged in.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
This is good though.
No, I think it's great.
Hell yeah.
But this is gonna promote niggas to be reckless.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
So, and the problem is like when you have like this level of like responsibility gone out the window, cheating is at all-time high.
When I was in college, there was this girl that I really wanted to go to this event with. It was like a fraternity event. It's called like Dated, and everybody wanted to go with her. And she ended up going with this other guy, and I was so fucking salty. I was like, man, fuck this shit. And then find out like 4 or 5 months later, something like that. It wasn't AIDS, it was HIV positive. They found out she was HIV positive.
Oh, hell no,
and
bro.
She had called a bunch of people. Hey, I just want to let you know that you should go get tested. And I'm over here like, dude, like I dodged a bullet. And that scared the crap out of me. But I didn't like, I've never really encountered like HIV, like, I don't really like, you don't really see it out and about. And that scared the crap. So this is good. I approve.
Well, the argument is only in the gay community, so it's not really like a real thing. But the problem is when guys will pretend to be straight and then smash the girls that are straight, and then you go smash her, you're getting the same shit.
You're cooked.
So like that thing, it's only gay community, nigga. That shit's everywhere. It's cooked, bro. Especially Atlanta, bro.
It's bad there.
So, yeah, fellas, be careful, man. Get tested monthly or bi-monthly because. Well, hold on. If you're
How much sex you have for a month, nigga, every month?
Nigga, you gotta make sure, bro.
Yeah,
you never know.
Better safe than sorry for real.
I know niggas that have never been tested.
That's
nigga,
crazy.
I need to know like every other month. I need to know.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny. People argue about like porn stars and OnlyFans girls.
They're the cleanest.
They get tested more than regular girls.
Yes. Yeah.
And I like this may sound weird, but like I would trust that more than the regular girl.
Yes.
Because they just smash niggas in the club and they don't ever get tested.
They do it professionally. Girls in the club, oh my God. Especially strip clubs. Don't even get me started. That's the most, that is like hell on earth.
Bro, it's scary.
All right. A study by ResearchGate is going viral after leading to public backlash after they claim nurses and female doctors are statistically the most likely to cheat among all professions.
I'm telling you, bro. All right, music. Bruh.
Yeah.
All right, cue the bean. When did you smash?
Yeah, I would smash. Yeah, definitely. Definitely on the left.
Would you smash? No, of course not. But like, dude, imagine being sick in the hospital and it's where this is your nurse, bro.
So I think pretty much everyone, if they're past like age 25, have heard that nurses are like promiscuous as hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's 100% true because
it's true to you.
First off, because number one, I'm going to explain a couple of reasons why. They're around doctors, they're around surgeons that are making a lot of money, and these guys make a lot of money, and they're in very high stress environments. They're seeing blood, piss, urine. People are dying every single day. So it's like life becomes a thin line, almost like we may not be promised tomorrow.
YOLO.
Yeah. So they're in a high stress environment. They're worked like crazy. Nurses work hard. Shout out all my nurses, DM me. But they work a lot, 12, 14 hours, and then they go home, and they're typically like nurses. There's not a ton of education you have to become a nurse. So
also keep in mind when they get out of work, they want to have fun.
Yeah,
they want to
stressed
drink,
out.
like they want to just have fun. So if you're that guy that says, "Listen, let's go out there on your off days," I mind you, they don't work all week. They work like what, 3
4 days a week, and then
So then they got 4 days off. They're gonna travel, have fun, and get lit.
Yeah, and then their work is like they're picking up old people off the floor.
Bro.
They're cleaning up piss. Like
Bro,
it's nasty.
Go to hospital and just stand in the waiting room.
Yeah.
Bro, it is DEFCON. Bro,
Bad.
I kid you not. I cannot do that shit, bro. Like, dude, that's some real shit. So I get why they want to have fun, but bro, like having one as a wifey, I don't know, bro.
And I hear it happens a lot at the workplace,
Of
which
course.
makes them a little bit different. It's at work that they sleep around because they said hospitals are so big. It's so many, like, closed off areas that only key cards can have access to. So it's like perfect for being like promiscuous.
High stress environment.
It's a very, but like it's just you put women in a high stress environment, they become men. You put them in a very, they become like men.
Yeah,
and then
right.
when you have a long day at work, you're stressed. What do you want to do?
Yeah, just fuck.
Yeah,
guys, tell us in the chat. Have you ever smashed a nurse, and are they hoes? Because I feel like it's a common thing where Bill says.
Everyone says yes.
Bill says.
I've never met a man that doesn't say yes on that yet. Will
but you know the worst
married to him.
Traveling nurses.
Yeah,
when it, bro,
that's worse.
You know what nurses or no?
I don't know nurses.
Okay. Well, I'm
traveling is
right
worse.
Now, they be them hoes. Keeping it real.
Damn, I ain't know traveling is worse, bro.
Bro,
That's
when they
something new
travel
me.
to different states and countries, bro, you know what time it is.
I think the second most likely is airplane hostess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, airplane hostesses, like anybody that's in traveling, like they're more likely to cheat. Like people that travel, they're not at home.
Alabama says yeah, and they're hoes. I've been said a doctor, not a nurse though. This nigga. Yeah, even when they're studying it, they're hoes. God damn, that's crazy.
They say even was studying.
It was studying. That's crazy, bro. Yo, that's wild.
Before they even graduate, bro, they got the energy.
All right, what's the next one, bro? That's funny, dude. Nurses, bro.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Breaking news.
Fat Joe.
Grammy-nominated rapper Fat Joe is being sued for $20 million by his former hype man who alleges the rapper engaged in sexual acts with minors, coerced him into more than 4,000 sexual acts to maintain his standing. The hype man claims that the personality witnessed the rapper engage in sexual relations with children who are 15 and 16 years old. He also alleges that Fat Joe was paying for a 15-year-old BBL.
Pause. What's that? All right. So the 15-year-old BBL thing is more common than you think, and I'll explain why. A lot of women in South America, they get, for their quinceañera, they get BBLs. It's very normal.
Oh, yeah.
It's very normal.
Yeah,
Boob jobs,
yeah.
like quinceañera, like
Wow.
it's very, very normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's probably where it happened, in Colombia or DR or wherever the fuck.
That's a really good caveat, bro.
it's
That
not-
really is good.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah,
because
it makes so much sense. It sounds way less creepy,
Because
bro.
for girls, their biggest glow up is when they're 15.
Yeah.
Well, with the actual family at a quinceañera.
It's a norm.
That's crazy,
it's a very
bro. That's a
normal
norm.
thing. But the other part, not
The
really.
crazy thing, the BBL is the craziest shit I read on it. So for you to like just
He
to
broke
give
it down
that,
pretty good. He
yeah,
broke
to
it
give
down
that
pretty good.
transparency,
Yeah.
I look at the whole thing different. It doesn't even now. I hate to say it don't even sound
But that'll
like
make it cool though.
No.
That shit kind of weird. Like, bro, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
If you're not 18 plus,
Yeah.
and even then, bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Like in our space, we talk about 18 years old, right? Bro, I don't know if I want to date 18-year-old, bro. Like,
No.
I prefer a more mature,
It's
like
too
in the
young.
middle, like at least 22, 23.
Yeah.
But 18, bro, it's just like it to me, it's not viable. What are we
It's
gonna talk
even the
about?
stuff that they would talk about. So if you're around them, they are still leaving the high school era. The shit's going to feel weird.
Bro.
They're going to talk about high school and stuff that's so far
TikTok
beyond you.
has fried their brains from like
Yeah.
16, 17.
Yeah.
When they reach you, it's like, bro, what do we talk about? I don't know the trends. I don't know like what the
Yeah,
fuck
man.
like the tea is like, bro. I don't know any of that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro,
They're going to make
we
you feel
could
old as
smash.
fuck.
We could smash, but like long term, bro,
Going
what
to
are we
make you
doing?
feel very old.
Would you
Yeah.
date an 18-year-old?
No.
Why? Like a guy, obviously.
I want to be led, so I don't think an 18-year-old.
What about 19?
No.
What about 20? We're just gonna keep going. What is the minimum age?
Minimum.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay.
I would say my minimum is probably like 28 if I was to date someone younger than me.
Okay.
Oh, she's a dog zodiac.
I'm
A rooster?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my partner is 43 and I'm 31. I'd rather older.
Yeah, that's not bad, but like 18 is kind of like pushing it a little bit. Right? You know what I'm saying?
18 is a lot. I mean, if you're 20, like at our age, like when you start getting over 25, 18 is like cooked. Like
Yeah.
you can't even like, because there's nothing to relate to. When you're 22, 23, you can still delve. I think when I was like 23, I was like, I can't do the 18 anymore. You got to be at least 20 years old. That's it. And 18-year-olds, their standards of what life is like a lot lower. You get a section or like You could tell an 18-year-old, hey, I got this Jay, let's go to the park and smoke. They'll be like, oh my God, you're just the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
And you pull out a fifth, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah,
You get them in the club, you're like their biggest, oh my God, you got me in the club. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, I don't like the responsibility of being with someone that young and there be alcohol in the room. Like, I don't think, I think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit should be left towards kids that age. But me, bro, I'm a grown ass nigga, bro.
Yeah.
I can't be doing this shit, bro. It's not the same.
Yeah, I don't want to teach someone life. Like, I need somebody with substance.
Some of these.
Well, for a woman, it makes sense. But for a guy, that is the dream. But at least have some level of like semblance where you can understand what I'm saying. And it's not like it's going to be a fucking shock to you where it's like different. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But a lot of men like moldable women, though.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I know, like an 18-year-old, you can mold to be whatever you want.
Yeah, but it's
You
almost
can,
like
but they're so multiple that you're going to mold them. But guess who else is going to do it too?
the society.
Society,
Yeah.
TikTok. So it's kind of like you're helping, but also you're combating everything else.
And I
in
fear
between.
meeting a girl that early just because I don't want her to turn 25 and then accuse me of taking her years. Like I just want to avoid. I feel like the best way to avoid that shit, let you get past that, talk to them other old niggas, get to me at 24, 25. That way you can't say I took anything from you, I molded you, I manipulated you. But at the same time, I don't want her to be traumatized. So I want someone around 24, 25 that isn't going to trauma dump me and has worked past those mistakes she made. But I don't want her to think every single choice she made was after she met me. Because she's going to blame you for everything.
And also, the idea of having a virgin nowadays, bro.
Cooked.
Come on,
What
man.
the fuck? Come on, I'm not leaving
like,
for that.
Like, dude, that shit,
I'm not
that ship
looking
has
for that.
sailed.
Yeah.
A virgin nowadays, bro, like, okay, I get it. Maybe in certain countries is viable, but here in America, bro,
Yeah, that's over.
It's
You're
cool, bro.
100%. It's not gonna happen because people are losing their virginity in high school. You got to be shooting
Yeah.
shots in high school to.
yeah, that's nah.
How do you know if a woman's a virgin?
How do you know? I mean, there's the hymen test overseas that they do, like in Arab land and brown people land. Like the father, like there's very weird things like they check before marriage.
Yeah. I mean, they bleed too when you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if they're on their period?
But they can also,
Bro,
but there's a very thin layer that like protects, and theoretically they bleed. But at the same time, you can lose that from gymnastics, from sports. It can just break naturally. There's no real way to verify it. That's why, like, I tell guys, like, there's not even a point to like ask the question of, oh, what's your body count? It's not even worth asking because
not.
you
You're
can't
not
even
gonna
tell. You can tell by how a woman behaves,
her actions.
and that's your best gauge. But there's girls I know that were doing a lot in the city that we were in. They moved to a new city, and I bet you they're
Bro,
like,
Clean
you
it
would
up.
not know
That
shit.
shit's scary to me,
Bro.
though, bro.
I know Canadian
it's
girls,
scary.
right? Luckily, I know the man them over there
Yeah.
that know them girls.
the Ute.
Bro,
Oh, man.
they were streetwalkers. They come here,
Real
wifed up,
sluts.
got a husband,
That's
and he
so
don't know their
scary.
past. And it's like, low key, her clients still text her. like it's like, bro, like, you would never know.
I think definitely in this lifestyle, the best thing to do is I like to keep my girls quiet, but like me in Miami, if I meet a girl here, I promise to God, I'm gonna send her to you. I'm just
Bro.
I'm going to do that, bro, because
there's-
I feel like that's best for me.
There's chats, group chats, guys and girls.
Yeah.
There's the one that are we dating the same guy?
Yes,
That girls
yes.
have on Facebook.
Damn. Yep.
And they'll put your picture in there and be like, "What's up with this guy?"
The girls do it. The girls ones go crazy.
But hold on,
man.
There's one for niggas too, by the
I
way.
did not know there's one for guys.
But thing is, niggas are kind of selfish. They be like, "Bro, I want to put this on the spot. I'm fucking this bitch,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna say shit." But my boys, we know who's who in Miami.
Yeah.
But if you're not from here, it's like we don't know you.
Cooked.
The thing about when it comes to like giving out information, women are so quick to be girls in regards to sex because the thing about like how guys get exposed for cheating, if you got a side chick and you're cheating on your girl, the moment that you don't treat your side chick better than your girl, your side chick's gonna be like, "Hey girl, by the way,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. This is what I found out." They'll threaten to snitch on your girl.
100%.
100%, and that's how it happens 99% of the
Yeah,
time. Like
yeah.
the moment that she feels like she's disrespected, like if you're not bringing her stuff on Valentine's Day, she's gonna be pissed off. Dudes, on the other hand, they don't really care. Like
No.
go to Valentine's Day with him, have him buy you dinner, XYZ, and then it's all good. This I don't know.
Just same one here.
Went up.
Just went out on one ear.
Okay, you got it. All right, what's the next one?
Developing WNBA star Kelsey Plum told fans that were asking for autographs outside of her hotel, that they were turning her off by waiting for her.
I agree.
There's no music on this one, so this one's good.
Are there her supporters?
The bus was
Yeah.
right here.
Her fans.
Yeah.
Don't y'all find that kind of weird?
Like low key, come on.
A little, but
Okay.
I'm
really turned off right now.
I'm just a fan though.
I know. I appreciate that.
You sign one? You can put my name on it. Awesome.
I'll sign one.
That's can I get you on that one?
That's weird.
I feel like it's innocent. I mean, he's just a fan.
I'm sorry, bro. If you're watching WNBA games, you're weird.
That is
sorry,
weird,
bro.
but like,
dude,
dude,
come on.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. The dude sounds like, you know, you never know who's behind the camera. It could be an autistic
So
kid.
my main problem with this, bro, this tells me a lot. It validates what men say about women. Now I do know I'm from a point. I can remember when WNBA was so unpopular that the stars would complain on social medias every single day about no one's giving them visibility, how they work just as hard as the men and they not having respect.
Yeah.
They were begging for people to pay attention to them. I'm
Right.
telling you, I've paid attention to WNBA since I've been
You're
on this
right.
planet. They start to get it, and look how women act. It's the same story over and over. They think they want something. Now you're getting that attention. Now you're getting that fame. You even see Angel Reese saying that she's tired of being harassed by paparazzis. This is what the fuck you say you wanted.
Why don't men approach me? They approach you?
When you give
Don't
them what
talk
they
to me.
want,
Who
now
are
they're
you?
victims again. She's a victim. As soon as you gave them what they want, it's like, that's why it's not your choice. And if Gary was here, you know, they really don't know what they want.
But that's
It's
that's
not
a
their
good
choice.
segue. The women, there's a lot of women that complain, like, oh my God, guys will not leave me alone. I don't know what guys think when they approach me. Those are the girls that are getting approached. And there's a whole plethora of women on the other side. Maybe you can weigh in on this that want to be approached. Why are men not talking to me? Why don't men come up to me and ask me out to dinner? Like, you want that until you get it, and then you don't
That's
want
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It got to be
Yeah.
the right guy. If it's the right
Until you get
guy,
it.
then it's okay.
What do you think about that?
I think it's an energy thing. Like if you're telling yourself that guys don't approach me, that's the lifestyle you create. And when it comes to men approaching women, I really believe, like personally, it's about how you do it. Like you could approach me, but if you're gonna approach me in an insignificant way, like it makes me feel like I don't want to talk to you.
So it's not what you say, it's how you do it.
Exactly. Like it's not what
As
you
we know.
say, it's how you do it.
Because
Say it.
it's funny,
Yeah.
guys will approach girls and they're totally cringe and it's just like, don't talk to me. But if you're the right guy, doesn't matter what you say, and you do it the right way, you're good. But the problem is, what's the right way? See?
It varies.
'Cause it varies.
I guess not sexualizing it. For example, a lot of men, they're like complimenting the physical appearance or like calling them over or something in that nature. Like you got to stand out.
Yeah, it depends on the environment. Like some girls like to be complimented physically because when a woman is very attractive, most of the doors that have been opened in her life have been opened by her looks. And so that's an area that she plays very strongly to, and it's almost awkward to her if you don't compliment her on her physical nature.
But then, hold on, but then you stand out. But I would argue that, like, in essence, if you actually have the capacity to talk to girls, and you're doing that, if you actually, how to put this, look at it from their point of view. I've been approached by 10 guys, and these 10 guys all suck.
Yeah.
But this guy talks to me and says nothing about my looks, about, you know, my smile. It's just like basically what I'm wearing. Or for example, maybe like he sees my eyebrows. Like that's on point. It's like, how do you know this? So you're giving her something different that's not normal. But then I ask a question though. If it's the wrong guy, does it matter?
Right.
Because it has to be the right guy.
Yeah,
it has to be the right guy.
It's the same thing with guys though. If the right girl gives you the look, it's like, okay, women, when you approach women, the better thing to do is to compliment them more so on their personality or something else because
the vibe. Yeah, dude. The perfect setup, bro, I got you know. Fuck what they're wearing. Fuck how they look. It's the vibe. You know what? Your vibe is fucking amazing.
I love your aura.
Like your energy is different.
Yes.
It's like, really?
Something new that he
I
heard.
love the way that you carry yourself.
Because they always hear, you look amazing. You're beautiful. You're
Fresh
nice ass.
giving out too much free game.
Oh,
man.
you're right. Yeah.
He's giving out a lot of free game. Like, oh, he giving it out. He giving it out. Y'all better pay
That's the
attention.
secret weapon of chat.
Yeah.
You tell them the energy and the vibe. You go. I'm
And
telling
then
you.
On the flip side, men get complimented like nice watch, man, nice chain, nice this. You tell a man, I really love your
smell.
beard. Like I love the way that you have really nice eyebrows. Guys melt. It's over.
But you do good because you do smell. Like because you're into like smell. So like cologne is like, oh, you smell good. Good shit.
Guys love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also with women, I think it's cool like to comment, like make conversation, make it normal and like just to get in. And then you could compliment them. Like for example, the vibe thing, if we haven't really interacted and you say that, it's kind of like, well, what do you know about me? But if like you make conversation like casual, because you think about women, they just hit it off immediately. Why? Because they're being friendly and having casual conversation. So I believe like when it comes to approaching women, it's like make it casual at first, like get in and then.
Yeah, you can't say that at the very beginning because you don't know the person.
Yeah.
But you talk to her a little bit, get to know her a little bit better. I like your vibe.
Especially a club setting though, it really works. I would say that works well for a club setting. Because you can act like you see them dancing or anything.
Yes.
Oh, I saw you moving. I like your vibe. I like it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
easier depending on the setting.
Yeah,
I think setting
club
goes
is
a
way
lot.
easier, for sure. All right, what's the next one? And then we'll end up ending this pretty soon.
All right. So the Cassie one. Oh, but Bill. So on this one, we'd have to find a different one because I know there's music in the background on this one. But it says Diddy party.
Really?
Okay. Diddy party prosecutors revealed audio of Diddy ex Cassie threatened to kill a male escort who saw freak off tape of her. I will kill you, hide you, cut you up, put you in the fucking dirt right now. I will dig you up and kill you again. The audio has led to more people doubting the possibility of Cassie being a victim.
I mean, we can play it, bro. Fuck it. Music, fuck it.
Yeah, it's not it's just a beat. No, it is good. It's a beat, but it still might disconnect it.
It's fine. We good. We don't monetize.
Yeah,
It don't
you
matter.
don't have to see it, but it's my life, and I'll kill you. No, I will kill you if you don't show me right now. I will kill you, and I will hide you, and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt right now. Pull it up. If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm going to kill you, and then he's going to kill you again. So just do it. Pull that up right now. You got that? Pull that up. I'm going to kill you. You don't understand. I don't give a I've never killed anybody in my life, but I will kill you because you're with me. You're with me in my life right now. If I saw a video of you doing anything that you didn't want people to see, I would show you the video so you could tell me what the happened. You're playing games with me, telling me you saw some. Now you're saying you didn't see some. You're with me. I'm going to you up. I don't think you understand.
We can stop it there.
And it's not going to be my hands. And
Isn't that crazy though?
That's
She was a victim.
Yeah.
She was actually under pressure and forced to do this. No, she wasn't. But she was in on it. She loved this shit, bro.
I'll be honest. Diddy's about to get free, bro. I've
You think
said
so?
this. I've been saying it over and over. He's about to get free because what is this, the second month or something of the trial, and they're still on Cassie? There's no way in human trafficking trial they're going to stay on one victim that long. Bro.
Here's the thing about this whole situation. If you're an adult, you have a choice to engage with what you want to do, as freaky, as crazy as it is. And I've been saying this since day one. Like, you have a choice. She's an adult. I know she was like, 19 when this whole thing started, but like, it's just like, he was probably on the side of her, like, yeah, go get him, babe.
Yeah.
Like, he was probably hyping her up.
Yeah.
This is just a girl just riding off her man's power and just being absolutely crazy. It's pretty normal to me.
Yeah.
She ain't, I don't want to say
she was not a victim.
If Puff does get released, the comeback,
that'd be crazy. People's shit's going to be all over there.
It would be crazy, and it's. I think a lot of niggas. Well, I can't say that because that's a legend. He would do
I think
something.
he's gonna get released, bro. You think so?
It's too deep.
You think so,
You think
Bills?
so?
So me and Bills, you feel me too. Trafficking, human trafficking.
They won't
bro.
get him for they won't get him for trafficking for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they get him for that, but for something else though.
They will get him for something else, but the problem is the whole court case is
Built
based
on
behind trafficking. So they will have to re-prosecute him after this. Maybe state charges or something, but it's just hard to see because, man, I'm gonna be honest. I've looked up trafficking cases. There's no way 1-2 months in you're on one victim. There's too many victims. In a trafficking organization, there's like drugs. They're not going to focus on 1 kilo.
Yeah.
You get on that 1 kilo 20, 30 minutes. These females, they're product. There's no way a man rich and powerful like Diddy, if it was human trafficking, Cassie's not that good. He would have a network of women. There's no way that he would have him. I mean, the case would be so big. They wouldn't be able to spend this much time on one victim. They would have to move on from her after like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
They're on her for months. There's no other victims. I just don't see this sticking. And I feel like what they wanted to get from him was the blackmail. Everything else is just a show. They needed those blackmail tapes. They got that. It's in the government's hands. He's never getting that again.
Yeah.
They already won. They don't care if he gets in or out. They just got to put the show on now to justify their means for taking his shit.
That's the crazy part of like these trials. Like you can subpoena something and get full discovery and just get everything.
That's all they needed.
Legally, that you have to give everything.
Wow. What do you think?
I wonder where was this energy when Diddy was mistreating her. That's all I could think of. Like, it's interesting how like exposure took her there, but when he was beating her, she
justified it because of fame, money, power, resources, all the above. This is the man that controls Hollywood. This is normal. I'm privileged to be with this man. You know, that's what.
Remember, her career was hinging on him helping her move forward. So I get that some things were definitely not always her, but for the most part, if you're doing this for this long and not complaining to anybody, your friends know you do like it too. Because I know some of her friends from back in the day. Some live in Miami, and they told me she loved this shit.
Yeah,
she loved the freak offs. It wasn't like, oh, he's forcing his thing. She wanted to do it, so he enabled it, but like she wanted to do it.
And the worst part is she was the first person to speak out right before the law came. I mean, that's not random. It's obvious that someone approached her, someone very powerful. They needed, what I believe, they needed that documentation. Even when they hit the house in Miami, they hit his 3 properties. The first place they went was for security footage.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense to me, especially when they saying that the man had weapons and drugs and all these other things, paraphernalia. You don't go for security footage like that unless you know it's something on there. You would go for the things that are guaranteed to be illegal. Oh, I can get them for drugs. I can get them for guns.
Yeah, easy.
But they ignored that. That should have been the main targets. The main target was the footage, and that's crazy to me.
On purpose. All right.
Breaking Young Hoon Kim, the man who is reported to have the highest IQ in the world, has announced that Jesus Christ is God, the way, the truth, and the life.
Amen.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes to Bible, the future, what's happening now, it's on point. No delays. No, everything that's happening now has been said before in the Bible. So I'm going to go off of logic, reasoning, understanding, and faith and say that it's true.
Yeah.
God is real, because without God, we would not be here breathing, living life, being able to have all our organs in one place. And it's just like, it makes sense to have a God above us that's there. So atheists, I think, are really dumb, bro. Because how you can be atheists? How can you be?
I think this statement right here from this dude is more important now than probably in recent history, just because, for one, he's Asian. And I don't even know if he's actually American. He looks fully Asian. That name,
Young Hoon Kim.
like he came straight away from.
YH Brian Kim IQ. That's his handle. I don't know. He might be American.
Yeah, he could be. But the thing is, what's interesting is that right now Christianity has more competition than ever. They have more atheists than ever, and especially the Muslim religion is as big as we see it is now.
And it's growing. It's
to
the
have an
fastest
Asian
religion.
man to come out and speak for Christ, I mean, I think it's just.
But you know what
pretty
I don't like? When Christians or people claim to be Christians and then they do the complete opposite. For example, be honest. All right, I'm not practicing right now. I understand the Bible, but I'm not doing it. I say all the time, nigga, I'm a terrible Christian.
Yeah,
I'm not doing shit right now. Be honest. But when you say I'm a Christian like Sophie Rain, like, bro, you're doing OnlyFans, popping off for niggas basically naked. Like, how are you a Christian, bro? It don't make sense. So it makes it look really bad, because now it's like, wait, hold on. You're one of us? No, you're not.
The thing is, because a lot of people, when they say Christian, they'll classify it as just simply believing in Christ. But the thing is, you add a caveat correctly, because you'll say, I'm not practicing.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like you're not doing it correctly. But people can be Christians because you just have to accept Christ as a savior. So if they do, they are technically Christian. She accepts. If Sophie Rain really does accept Christ as her savior,
but
she would be a Christian.
Faith without works is dead. So like,
she's not actively.
No, because that's the argument. Imagine I could say, for example, let's say I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? But I didn't believe in like certain things.
Yeah.
Not everything. Am I really? I'm taking what I want from it. I'm leaving all the rest.
Yeah.
I'm not really practicing. So,
Sure, yeah.
But all right, and then last one here.
Hollywood actor Jamie Foxx broke down how social media is super dangerous and went on to explain why being famous isn't fun anymore in the current area. This appears to be yet another sign that we are living in the end of the age of celebrity. You know, influencers.
That's actually a good point. Being famous has many flaws, bro.
Just the average celebrity, even right now, we have less Hollywood stars. We don't really have that big star. I think as of right now, after the Sinners, people could say Michael B. Jordan, Tom Cruise, but it's
I don't
a very
think
short list.
These people are also getting declassified like they're an actor, you know? Like back in the day, like celebrity's a celebrity. Like, you know, people would say like, yo, let me get an autograph. You could sell autographs. Like it ain't like that anymore.
No.
Like
the new celebrities are streamers.
Yes.
Bro, me and Myron, right? We go anywhere in the world, people know who we are.
Correct.
Like, but I can't imagine being like a Justin Bieber. Like that to me is too much like attention. Like I can walk outside, walk my dog, and I'm chill. They can't walk on the street. They need security at all times because they'll either be heckled, attacked, or even like mobbed. And that to me is scary.
The difference with influencers is that you have a fan base and there's a generalistic group of people that follow you, and you are an influencer because people genuinely like you. They like what you're doing. They're supporting your work. Celebrity is you could be a piece of shit person, garbage person,
Yeah.
be in a movie and you're a celebrity. But outside of that, your personality, there's no metric on your personality. There's only a metric on your music, your art, and what you provide in an entertainment fashion. So
That's good.
like that's all it is. As an influencer, you're revealing your. There's a different standard of like people know what you think and what you say on a personal level. That's why you're relevant. Justin Bieber, they don't fucking know what kind of cereal he likes. You know.
Yeah. What's his religion?
Yeah.
What he does day to day. Yeah. You ever dated a celebrity?
No.
Would you ever want to?
No.
Why?
I like privacy. And I like, I like quiet. And I feel like as a celebrity, there's like noise everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your private life is non-existent because your life is on display to everybody. And when you mess up, bro, the world knows. The world knows. Look at Diddy. All right, let's play it.
Been a time in your journey that this hasn't been enjoyable?
Yeah.
Really?
I tell people all the time, this is, be careful what you wish for. Because I'm a gregarious dude and I just want to have fun. And
who's interviewing Jamie Foxx? Who the fuck is that?
She is.
Looks like a color, just a circle.
Yeah, bro, like a blob. Who's that, bro? I'm sorry, bro. They began these interviews. I'm like, yo, who are these people?
And it's weird too. They always have with black women. You will never see a big Latino, a big Asian, or a big white woman. It's not that they don't exist, but they always will display black women with this because somehow black culture has come to accept all of the trash that represents us. And I'm not saying big women are just trash, but it's just like there's a reason why it's accepted here and
It's
not
not
accepted
okay
anywhere else.
to insult a big black woman.
Yeah, and where did that narrative come from? Like, where did that become a status quo?
I'm sorry. This is Teletubby, bro.
Yeah,
like this dude. I'm looking at this like, okay, Jamie Foxx is being interviewed by Teletubby. It's like I can't believe this.
It don't make
like, bro, this looks bad.
It don't make sense,
Like,
bro.
optically, it looks bad. Sorry, I'm just saying, like in general, you know what I'm saying?
Aesthetics.
Yeah, it looks bad.
You appreciate aesthetics.
So yeah, we could continue though. Oh look, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like this is bad. Teletubby to the max. Like literally, bro.
That was a really good one, Fresh.
Bro, it's bad, man.
Bro.
But she's interviewing Jamie Foxx,
which is crazy.
See that shit?
A-list level, yeah.
Bro, come on, man. Niggas here working their ass off can't get an interview.
It's crazy.
Well, I could have, but that's just kind of hard now. But
It makes you wonder though when they have these no-name people there that really aren't that talented. They're not there to push talent, but they're there to push a narrative or a message
or an agenda.
Yeah,
Yes,
because they
agendas.
probably placed, it's an interview that's structured by his team. They got XYZ person to do it that they know is going to ask all the right questions in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like a good interviewer has a reputation to ask certain questions and react to the answers in a
something.
Yeah, if you bring a big celebrity interviewer on, they're going to be like, wait a minute. He might say something that they might disagree with, and that's a big problem for him.
Yeah.
And it really reminds me of Lizzo because there was really a study. A lot of people overglanced it, but they were saying how Lizzo was being backed by big pharmaceutical companies, and people just glance over that. But that's really worth looking into because it makes you wonder, well, damn, they're trying to make the model that be more like Lizzo, be happy, be health conscious. All of those things just make you more likely to depend on big pharmaceutical for medicine, for help.
She's pushing
Ozempic or anything.
The fat agenda and then pushing the conscious agenda to fix it.
So you think it's random that Ozempic comes out and it's dominant like it is after the body positivity America? No, this stuff is planned.
Marketed.
The elites already know what they're going to do. So if I was to create Ozempic, I would say it's not ready for it yet. We got to get America a little bit more unhealthy because we got to have people begging for the solution. But
You have
first,
a massive pullback.
they have people accept the problem. They say don't worry about the problem at all. Accept the problem is beautiful. And after 10, 15 years, then they admit the problem exists, but they're going to make you pay for the solution.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. Even with this, I think it's just propaganda.
All right, we'll play it.
Dude, we just talked.
I'm just saying, bro. Huh? Tell me, man.
Ozempic propaganda.
In your journey that this hasn't been enjoyable?
yeah.
Really?
I tell people all the time, this is, be careful what you wish for. Because I'm a gregarious dude and I just want to have fun. And sometimes people will take advantage of that, especially in today's world now where, you got to be careful. Everything is looked at, everything is scrutinized. So I do a thing in my new stand-up. I'm going out on a new stand-up called Victory Lap.
Okay.
Yeah, on Hulu. But I talk about how fame is not necessarily fun anymore. Back in the day, fame was cool. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's kind of, it's tough, you know. And what's crazy is everything that you're doing could be negated in one post.
Yep.
So it's an interesting. I think social media is good, right? But it's also super dangerous. Yeah. And anything you think it is, it ain't. Like, you ever take that picture and you think you finna get the likes, you be like, man.
Cook your shit.
And they be like, man, if you don't get your forehead, teeth, and hairline out, but what? But I thought.
Well, also, I'll say this. People are being audited on social media. Like, you can't get away with shit that you used to do before. I bet you back in the day, celebrities were just dogs. Like, doing the most.
Doing whatever they feel
doing
like.
whatever they feel like.
Look at Diddy.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Yeah, you're so right. That stuff was posted publicly.
Now he's like, man, like, people record me when I want to be like, yeah, of course. Like, any interaction is filmed. There's glasses that film you.
I've been to a club with Jamie Foxx before. Cool dude. Just having fun, a lot of girls. Dude. He has at his table, bro, at least 20 girls.
Damn.
At a time.
Shout out
just
Jamie.
him and his boy. And they're just having a good time.
He was just here in Miami recently.
Yeah. So he's cool with a DJ that I know, really cool DJ.
Yeah.
And listen, he just wants to have fun, have a good time. But the problem is that, like, people are watching him, like, what's Jamie Foxx? What's he doing? Where's he going? And obviously speaking, there's jealousy. There's people that are, wait, why is he still on top? I'm on bottom. And they want to find either, they could send a girl to him that he doesn't know about that's planning to set him up. They could send like, you know, something in his drink. You just never know what they could do to you when you're out having fun. And then the post the next day, oh, Jamie Foxx is like fucked up in the club.
Yeah.
It's because you're a celebrity. They know who you are.
Yeah.
So it's blessing. I think it's a blessing and a curse because, like, the curse is that you can be used, your fame can be used against you at any point in time. But the blessing is you're famous. So you get access, you get, like, you know, tables for free, all that stuff. But it's good and bad at the same time.
When you're that big, people love to see you fail.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. Like, people love the downfalls because it brings them back. It brings you back to their reality, which makes it more relevant. It makes you not even empathize more, but more relatable.
Also, there's only one Jamie Foxx. So you can't be him.
He's big dog. Like, he's done crazy things.
Yeah.
Bro, but the thing is, you can never get to this level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, fuck this nigga.
But it also make you see that, man, it shows, at least I would go have to say, engage like current creators, that we're a little bit mentally stronger than any celebrity in human history. And I say that because you can have someone like Jamie Foxx, he's at the very top of the top, to still be affected by comments about tape line, to even mention it. Because if we mention it, it's something that's been on our mind. He referenced that it's something that someone said about him that he paid attention to. Dude, you're at the very top of the world. You would think someone like him is numb, see tunnel vision, none of that. But he still see comments. And he can actually turn it off because he don't have to check in. We do.
Yeah.
Like, even your
as
chats,
creators,
you have to look at your chats
every day, bro.
You have to look
niggas
at your
be
chats,
roasting
bro.
your ass.
Yes,
like, nigga,
bro.
you fat as hell,
Yeah.
bro.
Just for fun.
Your hairline is all the way back there,
It's
bro.
the hardest.
Bro, you're too short, bro. You're too black. Every day we get roasted.
You're never perfect enough.
No,
We
never.
have it harder than any celebrity to me in human history. I believe that.
Yeah,
None of them had to. Even celebrities in the past, they were able to have PRs that deal with it. We have to.
Yeah.
You gotta
We
have
have to.
a thick mental mindset, and I'll keep in mind, like, rhino skin, because, bro, they're gonna roll. Dude, people, oh, I want to be an influencer. Oh, you do?
Do you?
Really? Do you want to?
No.
Okay, let's see how long you last. Negative comments for 2 months.
Yep.
Oh, and then, God forbid, you mess up. You do something wrong, and then on your ass, bro, cooked.
Yeah.
Bro, we've been through the ringer, as you know. Articles, hate, people talking shit, and we're still here.
Yeah.
That, most people quit in the first issue.
The other thing is, too, people are
It's
anonymous.
been 5 years, bro. 5 years taking bullshit, and we're still here.
Damn, man.
People are anonymous on social media. They can just blitz you, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like individuals like Jamie Foxx, they're known based on the character. They're not really known for themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like they don't get to build that, you know, resilience to the commentary as streamers do, because they're putting themselves out there the most rawest forms. And like you mentioned, you have to, like, review the chats and stuff in that nature. So it's like you're building that every day. You have traction.
That's a good point, yeah. But still, though, I mean, you got the access and the PR team and the main... you have things to put in place to kind of guard you from that.
Yeah.
We don't shit, bro. We got
I
ourselves.
think this is why I say that. I think if you put the best, the brightest, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the best of the best you could think of in Hollywood, put them in our shoes, a lot of them would fold. I
Yeah.
believe that. I truly
sure.
believe it. I mean, I've been around big stars. You've been around big stars. Some of them are the most insecure.
Yes.
And it's just the thing.
Bro.
Because
Look,
every
they
interview...
come from a different era.
Every conversation is orchestrated, and
yeah, bro.
like, it is like, don't say something stupid or we fucking, like,
They're different, man. They're robotic. It ain't their fault. They're human too.
I don't want to be canceled.
Yeah.
I'll lose
So,
sponsorship. I'll lose a bag.
Imagine them having to really be like you say, sit in front of this camera, Jamie, 5 hours. Man, he's probably gonna get up and walk away. He's gonna be so afraid to even talk. We are so used to what to say,
bro.
Like, bro, just think we do this every day. We know what to say and what
But the
not to say.
environment
It's a
is
skill.
controlled. The environment is controlled.
I've had celebrities that I've spoken to one-on-one. We're like, yo, come on the show, bro. I got you.
No.
He's like, that's just lit, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
Bro, take all the PR. It's a fuck no.
Look at
Can't
that.
do it.
Because they say one wrong thing, bro.
Fuck.
Brand deal's gone.
Hooked. Yeah.
You know, collab's gone. Deal's gone. It's like, damn, is it that crazy? Bro, it is.
Yeah.
And we're controversial as fuck.
Yes.
So imagine that added to what they may say and mess up. Bro, they're not coming on, bro.
It's tough on.
So it's tough. All right. Listen, this was a great podcast. We covered a lot today. Dom, where can I find you, bro?
Find me on Twitch, Dom Lucas, same name. That's it.
Dom, your Twitch is going up, bro. You got what? 300 views on his Twitter so far? For a new person, that's really good, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to, man. I actually attribute a lot of it to this show, just having this conversation.
Speaking
and stuff.
more, getting better with it.
Yeah, just confidence. Really, the main thing is all creators is confidence. Being confident in speaking, man. There's nothing like that. Just,
What's your next stream about on Twitch?
I don't really know. I might actually just touch on this Fat Joe stuff because this Fat Joe information
bro.
is pretty cool. Well, not pretty cool, but it's pretty detailed. It's like 72 pages, so I think I'll probably touch on that.
All right, cool. Odyssey, where can I find you?
On Instagram and YouTube, I'm Odyssey Transformations, and on Spotify and all streaming platforms, you can find me at Reset with Her podcast.
And what's your next show going to be about?
It's going to be about cycle syncing, so helping women understand like their cycles throughout the month to help them capitalize on their time and energy.
Awesome. Oh wow, there you go. I don't know what that means, but like, thank you.
I think that's great for men to listen to too, because they can understand a woman's hormones and like, you know, when they're like their libido is high or when it's low or when they're quote unquote lazy versus when they have a lot of energy, or like when they're taking care of their appearance versus when they're not.
Got you. I don't think niggas care though, but thank you. But no, I think it's good for them, but this one smash, like pretty much.
There's some guys that could really be like manipulative, like, okay, her cycle's coming up, I gotta XYZ. You know what I mean? They could really do that.
It could be dangerous. But all right, so where can I find you, bro?
Type in Basani with a B, like the water, but with a B, on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any platform. You'll pretty much find me there. That's all my stuff.
And I need to come on your podcast too.
Yes, 100%. We'll do it. Yep.
All right, fellas, you can find me here at A Fresh Start, Tuesday and Thursday. And of course, 35 Podcast. Gary's out of town right now in Vegas doing his thing. But we'll be back on Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to LA tomorrow for YouTube convention. I'll be back on Sunday, I believe. And then from there, back to making content on Fresh and Fit and this. All right, right here, man, guys. Peace.
Peace.